Edmonton Sports Talk. My God, I loved it.
My name's Jay Milne. #Blue.
Our sports update deliverer, the Coon.
I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up today.
You know what, Reid?
You might be on to something.
All right, here's what's going on in the nest.
Oh my goodness. Football on the telly during the Reid Wilkins show with Jay Milne. Did they just fumble? Did the Bears just fumble?
They threw an interception.
Threw a pick, sorry. A turnover. 10-9, Bears leading the Eagles. 6.5 left in the third quarter. Both teams are 8-3. Philly recently got a touchdown and missed the convert. And now they get the ball back as it's, the rare defensive lineman.
The big boy.
Interception. The big boy. So Eagles will have it 1st and 10 from the Chicago 35. We'll watch this one along with you or keep you updated depending on your availability to watch this game. Really bad news for the Oilers today. Jack Roslovic, who's been quite good ever since he joined the team, will be out a couple of weeks, according to head coach Chris Knoblock. So that's a tough blow for the club. Gasperi Kapanen, several weeks. So big setback for him after that practice aggravation, I guess, yesterday. Jake Wallman, hopefully back in the next week or so. Nugent Hopkins and Lazar expected to play tomorrow in Seattle. This is a 2 p.m. game, so 1 o'clock here on the Edmonton Sports Talk is the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show. That's hosted by Tom Gazzola. The expected lineup for the Oilers, McDavid with Savoy and Hyman, Draisaitl between Podkolzin and Mangiapane, Nugent Hopkins with Henrique and Janmark, Lazar with Frederick and Clattenburg, Ekholm with Bouchard, Nurse with Regula, Kulak with Emerson. I don't think he named a starting goalie today, so either Skinner or Pickard between the pipes. Black Friday today. That's going to be the subject of our off-topic topic as we when we bring you that in a few minutes. How are you doing, buddy?
Oh, great.
How was Coop the Corgi last night?
Coop the Corgi got home and was tired, Reid. He went into his little bed and he didn't move. He was just tuckered out. We played with him too much here. He just couldn't take it anymore.
He had too much to do.
Hey, Reid, congrats on 300 shows.
Is this show 300?
Apparently it is. By golly, we did it.
Well, many more to go.
Yes. I think we'll have, maybe for like our 1000th show, we can bring out the hats again.
And we're relying on
Rob from the Grove.
Rob from the Grove counting. Do we have an official count anywhere, Coop? I don't think we do.
Not one that I can get immediately, no.
Okay. You'll have to scour the archives. Okay, so when you told me it was show number 300, the first thing what was the first thing I said to you? Do you remember?
No, I don't.
First appearance of Venom.
Venom, yes. So this is a Spider-Man comic?
Yes, I believe Venom was the first time he fully appeared was in Spider-Man 300. I think he might have appeared in the shadows or at the very end of issue number 299. I believe issue 300 was the first full-on appearance of the character Venom, who has gone on to be a mainstay in the Spider-Verse.
Who is Venom?
So when they had the Marvel Superheroes Secret Wars, all the heroes were transported to Battle World by a being known as the Beyonder, and they were there to fight supervillains. And Spider-Man's costume was damaged in a battle, and he went into this, there were all these rooms and buildings there, and he saw this little black orb, and he put his hand on underneath it, and it covered him. And that's where the black costume came about. So the black costume responded to his thoughts and could look like normal clothing, all that sort of stuff. Eventually, he realized it was sort of a parasitic being. It was damaging him, and he rejected it. I'm summarizing the story. And then it bonded with with someone named Eddie Brock, who was also in the newspaper industry like Peter Parker, and whose some of his reporting had been disproven by things Peter uncovered or photographed. So the suit bonded with Eddie Brock with a mutual hatred of Peter Parker and Spider-Man.
Wow. That was an excellent explanation, Reid.
Thank you. I think it's mostly right. I think it's fairly accurate.
I thought Venom was just like the arch nemesis of Spider-Man. It was just like somebody that was pretending to be him, but black suit.
Oh, no. There's a story behind it. Yeah.
Okay.
And then since then, other things have happened with the suit and Venom and all this kind of stuff. But that's was sort of the lead up and the creation of the character.
Does he shoot webs too?
Yes, I think the suit can make the webs. I can't remember exactly.
Is Venom his killer move? Like that's how he finishes you? Is he spits venom on you?
No. I don't think there's any actual venom involved.
Ah, that's too bad.
I don't think he's not.
I think they missed a real opportunity there.
I don't know why they called him Venom. I guess just hatred type of thing. Does that make sense? Sure. So yes, congratulations, Jay, on show number 300. Neither one of us has been on for all 300 shows because of holidays, days off.
I wasn't even there for the first show.
You were
as
not.
a producer.
No, you missed the first week, Coop.
No,
maybe
that
we
was
shouldn't
very
count
sad.
those ones that you missed.
No, I wasn't fully a part of it yet. Maddie filled in for that whole week, right?
Yes.
I think so. Yeah, that was when Leon Draisaitl.
When we have a split show, when there's a pregame show in between, in the middle of our show, we still count that as one episode of the Reid Wilkins show.
Oh, of course.
That's one episode.
Yeah, on the YouTube side of things, though, because it is 2 streams, like we have the playlists that we can put them into. I think it'll count as 2 when we put them in there, but that's getting into the nitty gritty.
Yeah. Anyway, thanks to Rob for counting.
Yes.
300. Hopefully, we're only about a 10th of the way done or so.
Ooh, good.
We could do 3,000 shows together. Why not?
Why not?
And then we'll open a furniture store.
Oh.
Would you ever go back to the furniture industry?
Well, 0% chance doesn't do it justice.
Okay.
No, I'm done. I've had my time.
You've done your time.
And especially on days like today, Reid, Black Friday,
When we're watching football.
where you'd have to make up fake sale prices that aren't actually a sale.
Whoa, what do you mean fake sale prices?
Oh, it's not a sale.
If you say it's a sale, it's a sale.
Well, sure.
So what would you do? Just make it seem like something on sale and it's not?
You could, the big stores will do it. They'll put a higher price on and say it's 30% off to what is
they'll just
supposed
say
to be
this
a
used
sale
to be
price.
right, but it's not
Isn't
really.
that completely false advertising
100%.
and fully illegal, I'd imagine? Or no?
Yeah.
You
I
can
mean,
get
who's
away
going to fine you, Coob?
The furniture police. I
Better
don't
Business Bureau.
Yeah.
Probably. No.
Better Business Bureau can't do anything.
They got bigger things.
There's
on
no
their plate.
rules in furniture, Coob. None. It's
Ow.
the wild, wild west.
Yeah, it's a reason they call it the furniture jungle.
Yeah. Like I was the king
Or the
of the
safari.
I was the king of the furniture jungle. Like the lion.
And of course, great point by Rip City Step. If you had drawn Venom the first time, Jay, you could have one day owned the Oilers. So all the people who are like, why are they talking about comic books? Why are they talking about this? Because the guy who drew Venom, Todd McFarlane, later became an owner of the Edmonton Oilers. He was part of the Edmonton Investors Group.
Hello.
And design. So think about what we're saying
We're
here.
not just one dimensional.
We're not just
folks.
randomly pulling out pop culture facts for no reason. We tie it into local stuff.
You notice that some furniture stores are always going out of business? That's a heck of a
I
sale.
have noticed that, yeah.
That is a really
I
good
got a
sale
chair at a
tactic.
furniture store that did go out of business about a decade later. So technically they were, it's just really slow.
I saw stores going out of business for their entire existence.
They opened.
Yeah.
Day one. Going out of grand opening / going out of business sale.
Well,
Why'd you even open?
from somebody that actually ran a going out of business sale, it's a hell of a sale. People perk up.
Yeah, true.
I understand why they do it.
Yeah. You can get in touch. 780-218-9999 is how you text us. That's the afternoon inbox presented by River Cree Resort and Casino. Happy hour featuring $5.25 drinks. That's available Sunday to Thursday, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. You can email reid@edmontonsportstalk.com, jay@edmontonsportstalk.com. If you're listening on iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio, thank you very much for doing that. Remember, spread the word to others about how they can consume our fine content here on EST. If you have us on YouTube, subscribe to the Edmonton Sports Talk channel if you haven't already. And also, if you haven't already done so, click the thumbs up button on YouTube as we endeavor to get to at least 100 thumbs every show.
Click, click, click. Must you click? Please, please click. Must you click? You must click. Thumb, thumb, thumb.
All right. More from Chris Knoblock coming up. Again, the tough news today. Well, you know what? I got somebody else that actually has to do the news. My mistake. It is the afternoon headlines presented by 100.3 The Bear, Edmonton's best rock. Stream them on iHeart today. This is Chet Palmer with your sports report. Well, here's a kick in the cobblers for the Oilers. Old Roscoe's the latest guy to join the boo-boo list. Good thing Huggy Nuggy is back tomorrow against the Squid Kids. 4 down pigskin today. It's 10-9. Bears leading the Eagles. Football on a Friday afternoon? What's next? Big League Baseball in Los Angeles? Down to the nitty-gritty at the Olympic curling trials. If only my brother-in-law could be on the button with one of his bets. Break out the corn brooms, boys. I'm Chet Palmer.
I thought Chet would be off for Black Friday.
No, he's Canadian. Why would he be off?
Well, he's originally American.
Is he?
As Wikipedia says he is.
Oh, his Wikipedia says he is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, he was born in Detroit,
That's-
so you're partially Canadian, right?
Right up, just across the Detroit River from Windsor.
Yeah.
Amazing stuff. All right. Les says Discount Gyms was a store which only sold furniture at sale prices. True or false?
True. Discount Gyms was actually the Brick.
But wasn't it all damaged
Yeah.
stuff?
So when the Brick would deliver things and the customer would call back and say, hey, my dresser has a scratch in it,
Right.
they would go and exchange it and take the scratched dresser to Discount Gyms.
Straight to Discount Gyms.
My brother used to work at Discount Gyms, oddly enough.
While he was owning...
No, before it was Yvonne's Furniture. Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Yep.
Okay.
So yeah, Discount Gyms. That was right by the cemetery
It's
there.
down Manchester Square, I think it's called.
Manchester Square.
Yeah.
That's an interesting little...
I've
place.
never been to anything in there.
Me neither.
It looks really nice. Like I drive by it every day to and from work, and now it's all lit up for Christmas. It looks pretty cool.
It looks
But
very
I
fascinating.
haven't actually gone to an establishment there that I can think of anyway. Well, someday there's another thing I got to put on the to-do list. Isn't that something? So yeah, old Roscoe out. That's tough, eh? Like because he's now become one of the more likely guys to score a goal.
Oh, yeah.
So now tomorrow they should have Nugent Hopkins, Draisaitl, McDavid, and Hyman all in the lineup for the first time this season. But you won't have Roslovic, who has 10 goals in 23 games. So can you even say now we get this team at its full strength up front?
At the start of the year, you would have said that.
Yeah, but now with
knowing
Roslovic, you're missing a guy who scores pretty much every second game on average. I mean, he has 18 points in 23 games. He's been doing pretty well.
Very well.
So, yeah, he's going to be out a couple weeks, the word from Knoblock. So that's a tough one there. Okay, it is Black Friday in the United States, which is not actually a holiday. That's a made-up thing for, 25 years ago, there wasn't Black Friday. When did it start becoming more of a thing?
Yeah, there was. In the U.S.
Now it's bled into Canada. It's like a black goo off Venom suit.
Didn't they call that tornado in Edmonton Black Friday in 1987? Was it not dubbed Black Friday?
Maybe. Yeah.
I believe they did, Coop.
Black Friday was created in the 1950s by Philadelphia police to describe the chaos of shoppers and traffic on the day after Thanksgiving.
No, I didn't know that. Oh, so, interesting.
The term gained popularity in the 60s and was later adopted by retailers. And
I just don't. When I was a kid, or even in university, I don't remember I don't remember seeing ads on American stations about Black Friday, or there being Black Friday things here in
it
Canada.
certainly went off.
It seems to have picked up at some point.
And now, if you're a retailer and you don't do it, you're out. You're not with it. You're not with the times.
Right.
We had always had to have Black Friday sales. Now it's dwindled off. Here's the thing. It's not just Black Friday. Now it's Black Friday week. Oh, the early November 1st, the pre-Black Friday week sale.
Right.
Starts now. And it's never going to end. It's not going to end. You could have Black Friday pricing till Boxing Day, Reid. Boxing Day was the Canadian Black Friday.
Right.
That was our day. That's when I'd go get my new jeans from the Southgate Mall.
Because they'd be so cheap.
Yeah, how couldn't you? This is interesting. The retailers linked it to the day when their accounting books would go from in the red
Yeah,
to in the black.
That's what it comes from.
due to increased profit.
That there's more profit on this day.
Yes.
So it has nothing to do with the customer. Well, I guess it does. That there's that's what I thought it came from, was instead of being in the red, you're in the black.
Yeah.
It's Black Friday for companies that want to make money, which is every company, I suppose.
Well, my wife's having a big Black Friday sale.
And
It's going well.
it's going well, so I guess they work.
Yeah.
So I guess they work.
If you need horse blankets, go to ajequinesupply.com.
It's the commercial.
Hey, my name's in the name. It's called AJ Equine Supply. You know who the J is, Reid? Me.
You're the J.
April J.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yeah. She's a heck of a businesswoman.
I actually never thought of that. I thought that was her middle initial.
Really?
Yes.
No, I'm in the name, man.
Well, but you're not doing any work.
I support, man. I'm a great
fair enough.
support.
You're a spiritual
Yes.
advisor.
Spiritual advisor. There you go.
Our off-topic topic for William Huff. Since 1952, William Huff has provided industry-leading advertising solutions for thousands of valued clients. Their unparalleled customer service, combined with decades of industry expertise and a desire to make every job the very best can be, is what they call the William Huff Advantage. Visit their website, williamhuff.com, or give them a shout, 780-454-4536. We want to know your Black Friday biggest bargain you got today, or you've got in the past, or something to do with Black Friday. Did you line up? Like, were there lineups in Canada? We have American people listening in. Maybe they got a story about being swamped at a mall or at some sort of shopping center on Black Friday. We want your Black Friday deal or story.
Or something completely irrelevant, but has something to do with Black Friday.
Right. Good point. Or attending a game on, maybe you're at Bears Eagles right now.
Right now. Black Friday, if you think about, like, if you can hold off, let's say you really want, the last night, the NFL started their Black Friday sales. So if you want stuff, you can get it at a discount. You really can.
Right.
Like, now's the time you can get 25, 30% off Christmas gift. Right? So I like to take advantage of that stuff. I got my wife something. I should have waited till Black Friday to get your gift.
You should have waited permanently
Wow.
to get my
We've
gift.
already talked about this, okay?
Not on air. I didn't think you specifically said you weren't going to bring it up
I didn't mean to.
on air. Okay.
didn't
Then
mean to.
This will strike that from the
Strike
records.
that from the records,
Strike
please.
that from the records.
Yeah, I don't know. Are you going to go out after work tonight and go do some shopping?
I will not. No.
No.
I've been shopping the past 2 evenings, going out and picking up stuff that has been on discount, and I'm
In
going
person?
tonight in person. Oh,
Where
yeah.
are you going tonight?
Probably a little bit of Best Buy. I need a new laptop. This little MacBook that I got is near the end of its life, and
No
I
free
need
ads,
something.
okay? No free ads.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, this this unnamed laptop that the branding is now unknown. Yeah. To get another laptop. Yeah.
Okay.
But here's the thing. I don't really need anything right now. As we talked about last year, the number of people I buy Christmas gifts for is quite small.
Sure.
I can't think of anything specific that would be on sale that I'd be buying somebody for Christmas or for some reason coming up. So I'm not going to go buy a TV on discount just because it's 30% off. I don't need a television. Right. So I guess maybe you could argue, well, just buy it and keep it in the basement till one of your TVs breaks. I don't know. I'm not going to do that.
Jamming 33 in the Nasty Chat says the last 2 years, the wife and I have gotten a TV and a sound bar around Black Friday.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, you could update your stuff, but I tend to not get stuff unless I really need it or the one that I have doesn't work.
Yeah.
So no, I'm not going to be rushing out to shop tonight after work. Touchdown, Chicago Bears. I almost did a summer all there. Touchdown, Bears. Extra point. Good. Bears 17. Eagles 9. And then John Madden. Well, they had it on off the middle, and then boom! Watch this guy here. That's what we call a push block. Boom! That's a bad John Madden. But you get the
turducken.
There's that contrast in energy. Like Summerall was a minimalist on the play-by-play,
Yeah.
and Madden was just over the top excited doing color. What, do you want me to do the Jerry Rice 80-yard touchdown?
Please.
1st and 10. San Francisco from their own 20. Montana Rice. Jerry Rice. Touchdown, San Francisco.
That's actually pretty good.
80 yards.
That's actually really good. Well done.
Yeah, he was. That's what he was like. Benny's standing by for Benny's blind rankings. We got the Oil Understood for GCL Diesel. You're going to hear Chris Knoblock talking about the return of Nuge and talking about the impact of the injuries as well. Here comes the Coop.
Oilers news, Jack Roslovic and Kasperi Kapanen will miss some time. Roslovic out a couple of weeks. Kapanen possibly missing several with both injuries undisclosed. And from Seattle, Edmonton's Jake Wallman has been ruled out for tomorrow's game. He could make a return next week. Right now in the NHL, there's 10 games live. The Canadiens up 2-0 over the Golden Knights. Cole Caulfield scoring his 14th of the season. They're midway through the second period, while in St. Louis, the Senators and Blues are notched at one aside 30 minutes into play. And at the second intermission, the Wild lead the Avalanche 2-1. League news, the Flames have inked several 2-year extensions with their front office members. Key signings include General Manager Craig Conroy and President of Hockey Operations Don Maloney. They both get locked up. Audi's 31-year-old Mike Matheson has signed a 5-year extension with the Habs worth $30 million. To the NFL, 12:50 left to go in the fourth quarter. The Bears taking a 17-9 lead over the Eagles. Well, from Atlanta, Drake London will not play this weekend against the Jets. He's out with a knee injury. This sports update is brought to you by Windsor Plywood Leduc. Locally owned and operated since 1993. They have doors, flooring, baseboards, and of course, plywood. Go see the knowledgeable staff today at Windsor Plywood Leduc. Benny's blind rankings leads us into the second segment. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
Two guys and a goalie.
I don't think the Oilers actually broke the Flames. I think the Flames broke the Flames. And people wanting out of Calgary broke the Flames. And internal stuff in the dressing room broke the Flames. Some of the management decisions and ownership decisions about who is making decisions around the table.
That was Sutter behind the bench. That was a tough situation.
It wasn't the right
Two guys
fit.
and a goalie, presented by GS Construction. Tuesday and Thursday afternoons at noon, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
We have what you're looking for. GD Liquidators is Edmonton's one-stop shop for new and used warehouse, office, and industrial items since 1987. You'll find what you want when you want it. Give us a call, visit us in-store, or check out the monthly auctions at gdliquidators.com. 100% Canadian-owned and operated. We have what you are looking for. GD Liquidators.
Where holiday cheer meets great beer. This season, celebrate at the Canadian Brewhouse. From plated dinners and festive buffets to casual pub-style parties, we've got the perfect space for your crew. Book your holiday party today at thecanadianbrewhouse.com.
GCL Diesel has been serving oil country since 1972. From diesel cars to SUVs to pickups. From farm tractors to school buses to a big rig. From diesel generators to forklifts, GCL can test, troubleshoot, and repair all diesel fuel system components. Whether it's injectors, pumps, turbos, filters, or additive, GCL has the parts you need to keep your diesel running the way it should. For genuine diesel parts at wholesale prices, visit GCL Diesel in the West End or online at gcldiesel.com. GCL Diesel. Diesel understood.
Hockey is heating up, and so is the excitement on Play Alberta. With casino winners every hour, jackpots worth millions, and revenue that stays in the province, there's never been a better time to sign up. Right now, our listeners can score a $50 free bet when they make a minimum $50 deposit with code EST50. That's code EST50 for a $50 free bet. Start playing with your game sense today to find out if you're Alberta's next winner. Must be 18 plus to play. If you gamble, please use your game sense.
From the first time on skates to wearing a special jersey passed down through generations, Sentinel Storage is here for you. Store your sports gear to create space for all life's adventures. Try 4 weeks free at sentinelstorage.ca.
Hope you're having a great Friday afternoon. Oilers play tomorrow at 2 o'clock. GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show will commence at 1 o'clock, hosted by Tom Gazzola. Tom's busy tomorrow. Also has Hello Hockey with Sean Bell from 10 a.m. to noon, all right here on Edmonton Sports Talk. Get us on YouTube, iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio. If you are on YouTube, you can chat with us and with each other on the Nasty Chat. And don't forget to give us a thumbs up. ASAP, don't hesitate.
Click. Must you click? Please, please click. Must you click? You must click. Thumb.
Abuski says Reid won't buy a backup TV for himself, but demanded an ES TV. Sort of. I can't,
they're not really related.
I think that's not really related.
I don't think so.
Me saying I need a TV to view sports at the workplace really has nothing to do with my own TV situation. I don't think.
Do people buy backup TVs? Is that a thing?
No, I think just because I was saying there's no reason I'd buy a TV, even if it were discounted, I wouldn't keep it and be like, well, I won't use it till a TV breaks.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, what are you going to do?
Bootsky did say he bought a cool 63 disc CD player once.
What if he still uses that? You can just leave the CDs in there all the time, but now with streaming, do you need it?
Well, I have a jukebox still, and it's fun.
That would be fun.
Gets a lot of use.
Is it touch tunes? So I could send songs to it.
No, it's not. It's the real deal. You would love it.
Oh, yeah, it has CDs in it, right?
Yeah, and I can open it right up and show you the innards of it.
That.
Mechanical.
You got to look at your innards. All right. Ben Thompson is here. Hello, Ben.
Hi, Reid. How are you?
The newest employee here at Edmonton Sports Talk. It's good to see you.
Yeah, it's great
Are you
to see
going
you.
Black Friday shopping?
I've been looking at some shoes. I might get some shoes, but we'll see. I'm trying to save money and be
From
smart.
a store or order online?
Online.
Okay. Have you ever been inside a store?
I have, yeah.
Have you ever gone to a shoe store and tried on shoes?
I have.
And then they push to see where the end of your big toe is?
Yep.
Okay, good. And you stood on the little the measurer?
Yeah,
Okay.
done that for hockey skates
That's
too.
not something the younger generation is missing out on with
yeah.
all their tech stuff.
I have done that, yeah.
Ben's just wrecking the internet lately.
I
mean, you are destroying the internet. You are doing your job.
Yeah, we had one video. I think it was at 475,000 views as of earlier today, which was some players shooting on Calvin Pickard. Which shocked by that one. Gaz told a funny story on Dusty's show yesterday. That was hilarious, funny. And clipped that, and that's turned into a big clip. And then Leon Draisaitl just commented on one of our posts today.
Cool.
So. Yeah,
he must be a fan.
I would imagine. Good. He was laughing at the video, so I'd imagine he enjoyed himself.
Oh, good for him.
Yeah. That's
Hello,
awesome.
Leon, if you're watching. We appreciate your work.
All right. Benny's going to do his blind rankings, which is our afternoon debate for the Garrison Memorial Golf and Curling Club. Still limited Christmas party dates available. Whether you have 50 or 150 people, we can host your party with a savory buffet dinner and quench your thirst with our full-service bar. Go to egmgolf.com for more details. All right, what do we have for blind rankings today, my young friend?
Alrighty, blind rankings today is going to be alcoholic beverages.
Whoa.
Okay.
That you're going to rank them based on how much they've sold over the past. I believe this was taken in 2022. But it still applies for 2024.
So in the last 3-4 years.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So
all right, that's
sales
fun.
of this product since 2022.
Yeah.
So this is a factual one, not an opinion. Oh, this is going to be. I have no idea what to expect.
Now,
did you say North America?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are these liqueurs? Are these beers? Are these spirits? Are these?
It's just brands.
Brands.
So some are hard liquor. Some are beers. Kind of just.
So you're just going to say
anything alcoholic.
Okay.
You know what they say? Beer before liquor makes you sicker.
Well, yeah, and then you'll be stuck in the bathroom.
Liquor before beer, you're in the clear.
Oh, is that the whole thing?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay. More words of wisdom from Jason Milne.
Supposedly.
Okay, I'll lead you guys off with Crown Royal.
Crown
So
Royal.
So I'm trying to think what else. Is this out of the top 25, out of the top 10?
Top 10.
So top 10 alcoholic beverage sales, and you're just giving us the brand.
Yeah.
But Crown Royal is whiskey, is it not?
Yes.
Canadian whiskey.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes, that's right. It's specifically Canadian.
But it's coveted in the U.S.
Yeah.
And do you remember when
Can
they
get
came
it
out
duty free?
Do you remember when they came out with the apple
Yeah, the Crapple. I have a funny story about Crapple.
Crown Royal.
Oh, man.
That went bananas.
This
down
is out of
south.
the top 10, you said?
Yes. Yeah.
But like, okay, so you
I
sell
don't know what
one
else.
bottle of Crown Royal is the same price as a case of beer.
Is this by money or
Well,
units
here.
sold?
Units.
Oh, units?
Oh, then I'm going to put this 4.
Oh, this is units, not dollar value.
No.
I'm going to put it. I think Crown Royal's popular. You're right, Jay. I believe they can get it in the States. But I still think it's a little more niche than perhaps some of the directions
this
Ben
is
could
not
go.
sales.
This is the sales are it's sales volume is what it's categorized as.
Right.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go
So
4.
it's sales, so it doesn't matter. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah. Oh, I know where Jay's going.
you know it. Putting this right smack dab in the middle at number 3.
Okay. Well, what did Reid do?
I put it 4. I put it 4. I think it's popular, but again, these are all popular in North America. They're all in the top 10.
Yep.
And I just think a whiskey might be a little more niche than some of the brands we might be hearing
Then
about.
Bud Light.
If that's on the list, yeah.
Bacardi.
Ooh, Bacardi.
See, Bacardi would
Does that include? That's all Bacardi products?
yes.
Because Bacardi's a rum, but don't
Yes.
they make coolers?
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Bacardi. Does Bacardi make Captain Morgan, or is that its own brand?
Separate.
I'm going to go Bacardi 2. I think it's going to be up there, though I may regret that.
Bacardi.
And that'd be widely available, and this would include Mexico as well, I assume. But that makes me think of what number 1 might be. Okay, I'm gonna put it 2. I'm just gonna leave it at number 2.
I think Crown Royal would be. I'm going to put it at 4. Bacardi. That is a weird word.
Yeah.
That's one of those words that sounds weirder the more you say it. Go on.
Alrighty. High Noon is next.
High Noon is a hard seltzer.
I don't even know what that is.
It's a big.
I'm putting it 5 then.
It's a big Barstool brand.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
I'm putting it 5 just because I myself don't know anything about it. So why not? I'll put it 5.
High Noon is probably going to be surprisingly high.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I'm going to put High Noon at 2.
Well, we're going to have different lists. That's for darn sure, Jay.
Next is Captain Morgan.
I will put Captain Morgan 3, as I often do, leaving my number 1 right until the end.
I'm going to put Captain Morgan 1. Wow.
I still think you're coming through with a beer here that's going to be number 1.
I have 5 left, like number 5. Oof, not good.
I feel better about having my 1 left.
Well, see how you feel in a second.
Well, yeah,
here.
we'll see what he's going to say. I know what I'm hoping he's going to say.
Cardi boy.
Smirnoff is the final brand.
Oh, Smirnoff makes...
Smirnoff's number 1 for sure.
So he didn't put a beer. Maybe there isn't a beer in the top 10. Maybe we're going to be eating our shorts.
The only canned thing here is High Noon.
Well, Smirnoff does make...
I guess they do.
Yeah.
What are they called?
Smirnoff Ices?
Ice. That's cooler, right? Is that
Remember
what
when
those
there
are
was
called?
a craze where you would ice people?
Yep. Oh, we still
What's
do
that?
it. My friends and I still do it.
So, for instance, I would take a Smirnoff Ice,
Okay.
and I would take the cover off the back of the toilet, and I'd put it in there, and I'd say, "Hey Ben, something's up with the toilet. Can you look in there?" And he'd look and say, "Ah!" And you'd get iced, and you have to take it, get on one knee, and crush it.
Yeah.
And it was already open?
No.
Oh.
You have to crush
That
it
would be
there.
weird.
And it was in the top of the toilet, the tank, not the bowl.
Yeah, top shelf.
Yeah.
Well, this is interesting because I really don't know how this is going to turn out.
Okay.
If I were to redo this,
Yep.
I don't even know how I would redo it.
I don't know either.
Maybe I'd have Captain Morgan higher.
Okay.
Maybe.
He went pretty high in the captain draft.
Okay.
You did.
And you didn't put any beer brands in there, and maybe there aren't any beer brands in there, Jay.
Maybe there aren't.
Wouldn't we have to pick our collective jaws up off the ground?
We would.
Okay, Okay, I'll lead you guys off. So, do you guys want me to do?
Just give us the top 10.
The top 10.
I think, right, Reid?
Go from 10 to 1.
Yeah, and then we'll highlight the ones that were actually in the list. Okay. So number 10 is Captain Morgan.
Oh, wow.
Jeez, I'm smoked.
I had Captain Morgan 3. No, I didn't. Yes, I did.
Yep. Captain Morgan's 10.
Okay.
Number 9 is New Amsterdam.
Vodka.
Mm-hmm.
8. Is this only hard liquor? There's no beer at all?
No, there's...
Okay, all right.
It gets there. Jim Beam.
Bourbon.
Yep, some bourbon.
Bourbon.
Is that not more of an American thing, or is Jim Beam in Canada?
It's here, but I don't know if it's still here. If that was something that got tariffed.
Oh, I see. Okay.
7 is Bacardi.
So that's actually 4 on our list.
Yep.
So I'm doing quite poorly.
5 is
6.
Oh, sorry. Oh, yeah. Sorry. Yeah. 6 is Jack Daniels.
Oh, interesting.
Yep.
So Crown's going to be above Jack Daniels.
Yep. 5 is Fireball.
Well,
isn't that those little?
It's cinnamon
whiskey.
Putrid things you get at the.
Oh yeah. You're thinking like the little shooters. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're awful.
Do they sell it in a big bottle too?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Who would buy a big bottle of that?
I honestly I can
masochists.
So that's one of the harder liquors I can have. No,
do you drink it straight?
Sometimes.
Oh,
tastes like cinnamon hearts.
Yeah, I love cinnamon.
Our turtle just did some Fireball.
Terry the turtle. Eagles fans are leaving.
They're done. Did I not? What did I say? You said the Eagles were going to blow them out, and I was like, Jay, it's going to be a game. I said the Eagles would still win, but Santa's leaving.
Santa's sad.
At least they're not throwing batteries at their home team. 24-9 Bears, 6:19 left. Eagles fans are leaving, giving up. Oh, bad kick. Where was it?
Oh, I think it was actually
great one.
Well, when the end zone. So okay.
Okay. 4. Crown Royal.
Crown Royal 4, so 3 on our list.
Yep. So Jay nailed that. 3 is Smirnoff.
So I had Smirnoff 1, so it's actually 2 on. So High Noon's going to be 1. You were right, Jay.
Tito's handmade vodka.
Tito's is big in the States.
Yeah.
So there is no beer. Maybe this wasn't beer.
No. Well, High Noon's number 1. It's a hard seltzer.
Oh, okay.
The Booze News, the top 10 most popular liquor brands in the U.S. 2023.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay. And then so 1 was what?
High Noon, hard seltzer.
Oh, High Noon. Okay.
Yeah.
So the actual list was High Noon, Smirnoff, Crown. I did not get anything in the right spot. Complete failure.
That's High Noon.
I honestly don't recognize that. I'm sorry.
The only reason
is anybody else in the dark at High Noon like I am?
I've been aware of High Noon.
Wasn't High Noon a Gary Cooper movie or Cary Grant, one or the other?
Yeah, I've never tried High Noon, but I know it. Like they were all over anything Barstool related.
Yeah. They I'd imagine it's popular amongst people my age.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
So where were the beers, or was that just hard liquor?
That was there was the title is top 10 most popular liquor brands in the U.S. and that was the top 10.
Okay.
So liquor does not
include beer.
Does not include.
Okay, so that wouldn't have included beer
Because there's no way
Bud Light
that these are outselling the big.
No, I think if it's North America,
Budweiser.
That was America or North America?
That was America.
I mean, doesn't it in Mexico? Corona's out of Mexico, is it not?
Yes.
You'd think that would be up there.
100%.
So okay.
There's
that's
hard.
the only reason I know how to say
20
"made
too.
in Mexico" in Spanish. Honcho on Mexico, because it says it on the bottle.
Oh no way. Okay.
Yes.
Wow. That was a good one, Ben.
That was interesting.
What do you got coming up on Hello Hockey tomorrow?
We're waiting to hear back from a guest that we might be getting if we get him. It's a big one. But like usual, David Pagnotta. And then obviously just recapping what's gone on in the past week of hockey.
Probably not Draisaitl anymore.
Probably not. And then pre and post tomorrow.
All right. Good work, buddy.
Good
we
job,
really
Benny,
appreciate you
Benjamin.
coming in. The afternoon debate, Benny's Blind Rankings, presented by the Garrison Memorial Golf and Curling Club, egmgolf.com for more details. Jay's play of the day. We got a special football game, the focus of that, plus buying or selling for Damon Bunting. Here's Zach.
Oilers injury updates. Jack Roslovic is out a couple of weeks, missing team skates the past 2 days, while Kasperi Kapanen could miss several weeks after being injured in practice yesterday. Both ailments are undisclosed, as Jake Wallman has been ruled out for tomorrow's game in Seattle. He can return possibly next week. 15 games on tap in the NHL today. 10 games are live. The Flames taking a 3-2 lead over the Panthers. About 3 minutes left to go in the second. They were trailing 2-1 earlier in the game. And with about 10 minutes left to go in the final frame of action, the Avalanche trailed the Wild 2-1. And at the second intermission, we see the Flyers and Islanders notched at 3 a side. From Calgary, the Flames have made some front office extensions. General Manager Craig Conroy and President of Hockey Operations Don Maloney extending for 2 years. Over to the NFL, 4:20 left to go in the fourth quarter. The Bears up 24-9 over the Eagles. Meanwhile, the Vikings have named Max Brosmer as the starter for Sunday's game against the Seahawks. As his first career start, and in Atlanta, Drake London has been ruled out against the Jets with a knee injury. This sports update is brought to you by Paramount Flooring. Get your home holiday ready with Paramount Flooring. For over 33 years, Paramount's family-owned business has a reputation for earning trust with fair pricing, dependable service, and quality workmanship. Call 780-483-1991 and mention EST for 10% off. Paramount Flooring, flooring for the life you live. We put a bookmark in the program for just a second. Stay locked on the Reid Wilkins Show. We'll be back after the break.
The Oil Stream.
It just gives a free pass to all these other guys who've been playing like horse defensive. Like, it's not like they're sitting there and we're going, man, the Oilers aren't giving up any chances and Skinner's getting beat from way out. That's not what's happening here. How many times this year, and every goal here is debated because this market's insane. We love it. That's why Edmonton Sports Talk can exist.
The Oil Stream, presented by Boston Pizza. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday afternoons at noon. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Running your own small business takes courage, and as it grows, so does your team. That's why Alberta Blue Cross offers health, dental, life, disability, and wellness benefits designed for small businesses, because we know a healthy team means a thriving business. Join over 5,000 Alberta businesses who have chosen us to help their business grow and succeed. Alberta Blue Cross takes care of you and your employees, so you can take care of your business. Visit ab.bluecross.ca to find a plan that's right for you.
At Firehouse Subs, our subs are freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy. Each sub is piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and toasted to perfection. Firehouse Subs brings bold flavor to every bite, all served on a freshly toasted roll. But we're not just feeding Edmonton, we're fueling it. Dig into the brisket hat trick, piled with slow-smoked brisket and melty cheese. Or go to the Firehouse Subs fan favorite, the Hook and Ladder. Made to order with smoked turkey, honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese on a perfectly toasted roll. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs. Hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
Looking for quality building materials and friendly advice? Visit us at Windsor Plywood Leduc, family owned and locally run since 1993. From interior materials for doors, flooring, baseboards, and all the finishing touches to all you need for your outdoor projects like cedar lumber for decks and fences, plus all the plywood you'd need. Our full-time on-staff carpenter can help with anything odd-sized or custom, and from domestic hardwoods to exotic selections, we've got you covered. And if we don't have it, we'll track it down for you. Windsor Plywood Leduc. We're the experts you need to know.
Your home for live music and great performances is the River Cree Resort and Casino. Celebrate the holiday season with the Tenors. Joy to the World Tour at River Cree, December 19th. From timeless classics to fresh renditions of favorites, the tenors arrive just in time for Christmas. Tickets at rivercreeresort.com. River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement. Bet on it.
You tell me just to leave it, I tell you I can try. All these static notions, they leave me high and dry.
Eagles scored a touchdown, 2-point convert fails. So just over 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter. The Bears leading the Eagles 24-15. Bears are looking to go to 9-3 after being an incompetent disaster last season. Like, they were terrible.
Awful. Horror awful.
And the Eagles, 3 games in a row with an underwhelming offense? They won a couple of games with just an amazing defense. But they're not.
Last week, they came out and blew the doors off of Dallas in the first half, 21 points.
Oh, right. But what was the game they won? Didn't they beat Green Bay like 14-9?
Detroit, 16-9.
Right, a couple of low-scoring games.
Yeah. Not good. Not good. It's Hacho on Mexico, not Hancho.
Oh, for what you said about the Corona bottle?
Yeah.
That's okay. Jay and I are in the Canadian Brewhouse studio. Pizza Sunday is back at the Canadian Brewhouse after 4 p.m. Grab an 8-inch 2-topping pizza for just $9.99. Wash it down with $6.99 doubles and $1 off Bud Light tankards. The Oilers practice today. We will have the oil understood, and several comments from head coach Chris Knoblock as we move through the afternoon. The headline today is not a good one. Jack Roslovic out, sounds like at least a couple of weeks. And he's become one of the Oilers' best offensive players. I guess his first few games were a little slow. And then since then, when the puck's on his stick, you kind of expect something to happen. Nuge will be back tomorrow. So that'll be good news, but tough news there with Roslovic. Okay.
It's Jay. It's play. He's Jay. It's today. It's Jay's play of the day. It's Jay's play of the day. Jay's play of the day.
Presented by Play Alberta, your home for online gaming excitement featuring casino games, live dealer action, lottery, instance, and sports betting. Now with the new Play Alberta app, you can take the fun with you anywhere. Download the app or sign up today at playalberta.ca.
Well, going to the biggest rivalry game of the weekend, I think. This is Ohio State at Michigan in the Big House. Every stat, every number, every analytic out there would suggest that Ohio State is going to win. But Michigan owns Ohio State head coach Ryan Day to the point that he has admitted that he thinks about this game more than others. And every year, the Michigan Wolverines surprised Ryan Day in Ohio State. Ohio State was more skilled last year, and it didn't matter. Now that game was played at Ohio State. This is at the Big House in Michigan. So I'm taking Michigan plus 10. That's the spread. Not doing much with it. I'm just taking Michigan plus 10.
So Ohio State's number one in the nation?
Yeah.
They're number one in NCAA football. They're number one on the schoolboy circuit.
Yeah.
Little schoolboy football coming up this afternoon. Ohio State meets Michigan.
You know what it's like, Reid? It's like when the Browns play the Steelers. The Steelers are the better team. But within that division, those games are always...
Well, I remember watching a good portion of that game last year, and Ohio State was terrible. They looked rattled. They looked flustered, and Michigan upset them, and then Ohio State went on to win the national title.
Yeah, and if... I would think that there are some players or fans, that would rather win this game than the national final. On both sides of the, Michigan or Ohio State. This game, to most of them, is bigger than the national championship.
Yeah, it's a big one.
It's a huge
that's
one.
a fun. What time is that tomorrow? Do you know? We can check. It's in the afternoon.
Yeah,
it'll be a matinee affair. It's probably on the same time as the Oilers game, actually.
Yeah, it'd be very close.
There's certainly probably some overlapping.
You're going to have options. So that's been boosted to plus 101.
But you're going to have to get up and keep changing the channel, though.
Clicking the television.
Yes.
Remember, where there were no remotes?
Who used to have to get up and change the channel?
Physically.
Yeah, physically.
2, 3,
Like you'd have
4,
to walk to the TV
5.
and turn the dial on the TV, and there were only 13 channels.
Right.
I did that, but without a dial. My battery or my remote was just dead. Had no batteries for a while.
But you didn't have a dial on your TV. You would hit the buttons on the side.
Yeah, it would be weird. Yeah, like I would much prefer if I had a dial TV.
I can control my TV with my phone now.
What?
Oh, you can just aren't there apps that sync up with your certain
like
types
you
of
have a
remotes?
universal remote capability on your phone.
Yeah.
I used to do pranks like that. You just go around and see people, in their front area, their living room, see what they're watching on TV and connect it with your phone, and you could change the channel. It was really weird that you were able to do that.
Are you serious? You'd do that?
Yeah, when I was like a little 12-year-old coob.
It
was odd. Yeah, I was a little
bad
weird.
little,
I know.
bad little coob.
I change it to like Looney Tunes or
That'd
something.
get you in trouble, Coob.
Evil Coob.
I didn't need to know anything else other than the kind of TV.
Wow, shocked. Anyways, head to playalberta.ca, click on sports, click on ESC specials. You will see Jay's play of the day. Michigan Wolverines plus 10 boosted to plus 1.
It's Jay, it's play, he's Jay, it's today. It's Jay's play of the day. It's Jay's play of the day. Jay's play of the day.
Yeah, I mean, a lot has changed in our lifetime. But I think, like a rotary phone and getting up to change the channel on a TV. I mean, I guess there's a lot of things. Then I think about, things like my parents, forget about high def. Like my parents have stories about getting a TV.
Yeah.
Like the first TV in the household ever, So we have we got a VCR or we went from VHS to DVD. My parents' generation, and probably yours too, have stories about, that was we got a TV. It wasn't just a new TV. Well, it was a new TV, but it was the first TV we'd ever seen.
I distinctly remember when we got our first big screen TV. And it was 42 inches. And that was, whoa. You remember those units, Reid? Remember the TVs were
but they had
deep?
they were as deep as a 3 bookshelves.
They were as deep as a jukebox.
Those were the days. TV technology is much better now. I mean, you could carry a 50-inch TV by yourself as long as you had the leverage,
easily.
weight-wise. The width of it, I guess you might have to be careful going through a doorway or something. All right, let's do this. Buying or selling. This is always fun. I think the Coob is going to give us some buying or selling today. It is presented by our buddy Damon Bunting, a consistent top-producing realtor in the greater Edmonton area for over 18 years. He and his team would love to help you find that right home or make the move from your current home. Community-driven, he understands what it takes to make a difference in our city. Check him out, DamonBunting.com, or Instagram handle, Damon Bunting Real Estate. By the way, buying or selling, I just decided I'm going to do this. Because you know how some days I'll just say hi to everybody in the Nasty Chat?
Yes.
I will answer unrelated questions to the show in the Nasty Chat.
Separately?
So I'll do two. I'll try to do a show on air, and I'll try to do another show in the Nasty Chat. Though Nasty Chat, let's come out of left field. Stuff I can answer, but don't ask me, what's the Oilers power play going to finish? Stuff I wouldn't talk about on the show.
Can I ask you questions
You
in
have to
the
put
chat?
yes, once. You get two. You get
two?
Yeah.
Okay. This is fantastic.
I'm buying that. There's usually different conversations in the Nasty Chat.
Yeah, so I'll do it. Ask me anything in the Nasty Chat because I'm going to personally challenge myself. I'm going to try to better myself and test my level of concentration.
Could I also ask a question?
You guys get one each then.
Okay.
Well, no. Don't steal my question away for your...
I'm not stealing it. You already get one.
Well, he took one away.
So
I
we
had
can't-
two. All right, you have one.
Okay.
How many one...
Sharing
Okay,
is
over under for Play Alberta on 7 or 6.5, sorry. 6.5 is the number. How many one-worded answers is Reid gonna give? No. Maybe. Yes. Good.
Per show?
Bad. No, for these question answers. I think it's, if there's 10 questions, that's an over.
Over.
Yeah. Chet Palmer's brother-in-law.
Oh my goodness.
In the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. I put all the bottle money on the Oilers. I sure hope they hit, or I'm going to be sleeping in Chet Palmer's garage with Rex. Rex is your dog.
That's right. All right, buying or selling, Coop, what do you have?
All right. Buying or selling a Puzzle Bobble league would be better than a Tecmo league.
Buying. More tension, games are quicker to play, and people love it.
And you can get through the season. You don't have to put 45 minutes aside for each game, right? Jay, where do you stand on that?
Buying.
Buying? Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
now, what's the reasoning?
Look, I mean, there's no question that the Tecmo League has lost steam since the move.
Yeah.
And, you know, that will happen. We were setting up. We didn't have... But it takes a while. Like, if you're going to play a Tecmo game, it's 45 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
If we did a Puzzle Bobble League, we could do first to 3, and that would take, what, 10 minutes tops?
Yeah, for sure.
And you, well...
So you can get more games in.
Do it. Yeah, for sure.
Get more games in.
You could get through 5 games in 20 minutes, really, if you did it fast enough. And it's a bit intimidating. You know, Dusty is 12-1 on the season in Tecmo, and Maddie's a defending champion. Like, they've been doing this for a while. It'd be a lot easier for some of the guys who weren't a part of that original Tecmo League to get into a Puzzle Bobble League. Plus, it's been quite popular around the office. The second buying or selling I have for you guys, it's only getting harder for pro athletes mentally to play their sport.
Oh, that's a good question.
So
that's an interesting way to put it.
Social media is a big aspect of it. And I don't know, 20 years ago, you could be on the front page of a newspaper if you were terrible in a game. Say Stuart Skinner 20 years ago, whatever. He'd be on the headlines. Now, anywhere you go, on your person, you have a phone. There's Twitter. There's all these platforms where people can voice their opinions at any time and sort of be a keyboard warrior. There's more outlets. There's more stations and podcasts and other people covering this. There's a lot more voices out there than there was before, and it's a lot easier to access news and things in sports than ever before. So
that's a good question, Coop. I think yes. I think I'm buying that. You know, fair or not,
yeah,
you're going to have fans, media critique you constantly. That's part of the gig. That's part of the job. Media's job. And part of the player's responsibility is to find a way to either tune it out or disregard it. But that's hard. Some people, and when you say professional athlete, you need to recall and remember that these players have been doing this a long time.
Yes.
So this is not new to them. This is not foreign. I would say as a professional athlete, hey, that's what the job is.
That's what it is. You get the paycheck.
Amateur athletes, that's harder to I would say deal with for them.
Yeah.
Right?
Right. Well, there's sports therapists and stuff like that people talk to professionally. They can.
Yeah, but part of being a professional athlete is having the resilience to turn away and disregard things.
Yeah.
Reid?
Face adversity.
Reid's just answering questions.
Yeah, I am answering questions in the Nasty Chat. That is a good question, Coob. I don't know. Like, I just think mental strength and dealing with things mentally depends on the individual. I don't know if it's necessarily from today or past generations. I mean, past generations, you know, of travel flew commercial, you know, wouldn't have charters.
Right.
There wasn't as large an emphasis on, or just not a lot of was as known about nutrition and mental focus and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
I don't know who would have it tougher, so to speak. I mean,
yeah, they're both very different.
I think playing sports at the highest level is obviously difficult and requires a lot of mental and physical strength.
Yeah,
it's hard to compare.
Right, it could be a very deep conversation because certain teams do have people situated for players to go out and talk to, and they're more open with their mental health and stuff like that. Just generally around the world, mental health has been a bigger thing than it's been in years past, 30 years ago or something like that. All right. Do we got time for one more?
One more.
Oof. People who complain about bad drivers are really just bad drivers themselves. I don't know if we talked about that before.
I'm buying that. I find people who constantly complain about bad drivers, like constantly, like almost daily, maybe might have some bad habits themselves. Like, it's one thing for Jay to come in and tell the story about the dog jumping out the window. Like, that's an incredible story. But Jay doesn't come in daily like, I can't believe this happened at a red light. And then the next day, it's like, I can't believe this happened at a stop sign. Like after a while, I would probably be like, Jay, maybe you don't understand how intersections work.
True.
I think most of us just kind of drive. I think maybe the people who are constantly complaining about stuff on the roads, it's like, well, maybe you're the cause of some of these problems.
Yeah, you can get cut off one time on the highway and be like, well, that was a poor turn from that guy, and you're not too happy about it. But every single waking moment when you go behind the wheel, especially during winter time, some people might be a little bit more vocal than others about the driving habits of other people. I think it really is a reflection of themselves. Jay, what do you say to that?
Yeah, I'm buying that. Because you're probably in too much of a rush, or you're always late late, and you gotta, drive like an idiot to get there.
Yep. Left lane on the head day.
Well, there are people that are just unaware. Like if you're in the left lane and you're not passing someone, get out of it. You don't belong there.
Isn't there a song called "Shut Up and Drive"? That's a popular lyric, I think.
Shut up and drive.
Shut up and drive.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
Came to mind.
Still waiting on Reid Wilkins to answer my question.
I'm getting there. I'm getting a lot of good questions.
You're gonna lose it in the nasty chat though. You got to scroll up.
A lot of good questions. All right, we better break here. Oilers clips from Chris Knoblock coming up. We'll tell you what's going on with the high school football provincial finals this weekend as well.
The Lock Shop. You know who we should have? Never mind you or me. You know who we should have? We should have a freaking counselor on the program and just talk us through this, because that was a miserable day for both of us. And it is crazy to say, but both our teams are in a really bad place right now when it comes to the playoffs.
I know.
Especially the Chiefs. Like Mahomes said it after the game. They basically have no more up.
The Lock Shop, weekday mornings at 11, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Looking for flooring? Paramount Flooring has it all. Sales, service, and expert installation with options for every style and budget. Open 7 days a week. We've got you covered. Quick delivery and in-stock deals. Plus, EST listeners get 10% off. Visit ParamountFlooring.ca today.
You've always known GCL Diesel as the experts in diesel fuel systems. But did you know that GCL is also your source for turbochargers and turbo repair? As a turbo supplier for Garrett, Borg Warner, and Holset, GCL can provide genuine original equipment turbos at wholesale prices. Whether it's diesel, gas, natural gas, or performance, we can provide you with the turbo or custom repair you require. Turbo questions? We've got turbo answers. Visit us in the West End or online at gcldiesel.com. GCL Diesel, turbochargers, understood.
Get ready for a feast like no other. 40-ounce steak night is back this November at the Canadian Brewhouse. Sink your teeth into a hand-cut 40-ounce ribeye with all the fixins for just $49.99. Tickets available now in store or at thecanadianbrewhouse.com.
Weiss Johnson, whoa.
Hi, Dennis from Weiss Johnson here, and we're excited to be partnering up with the Nielsen Show and have a special deal exclusive for Nielsen Show listeners. Get 10% off any new Trane furnace, air conditioner, or heat pump installation from now until the end of October. Bundle a furnace with an AC or heat pump and get 25% off the package price. Get your home comfort now for all seasons with Weiss Johnson and Trane. Trane, it's hard to stop a train. Visit wjsportstalk.com today.
You've heard the name, but what does it mean? For over 66 years, William Huff Advertising has supplied signage from screen printing to digital to LED with design, production, and install in-house. It's a one-stop shop for all your signage needs. Edmonton owned and operated, William Huff has been trusted by the biggest companies and teams in the City of Champions and many others across the country to do the job. If you're looking for a way to get the word out about your company or event, they are the answer. Go to www.williamhuff.com. Their results speak for themselves.
Oilers injury updates. Kasperi Kapanen could miss several weeks. He left practice early yesterday with an injury, and Jack Roslovic is out a couple of weeks after missing practice the past 2 days. Both of those ailments are undisclosed. Plus, Jake Wallman will not play tomorrow for Edmonton out in Seattle. He might return next week. Tons of action underway in the NHL. It's tied at 2 apiece between the Wild and Avalanche. About 2 minutes left in regulation. And out in Buffalo, the Sabres are down 3-0 to the Devils. 15 minutes left to go in the third. We also see the Flames leading the Panthers 4-2 early in the final frame. Down the QE2, the Flames have made several extensions in the front office. President of Hockey Operations Don Maloney and General Manager Craig Conroy inking 2-year deals. And for the Kraken, Jaden Schwartz is expected to miss 6 weeks with a lower body injury he sustained Wednesday against the Stars. Over to the NFL, the Bears improved to 9-3 on the season, beating the Eagles 24-15. Elsewhere, we see Marion Hampton out this week for the Chargers against the Raiders. He's sidelined with an ankle injury. I'm Zachary Kubish. That was your Sports Update. Hour 2 of the Reid Wilkins Show starts right now.
All right, appreciate you tuning in this afternoon. Hope you have a great weekend ahead. Thanks for hanging out with us. Along with Jay Milne, I'm Reid Wilkins, Edmonton Sports Talk, presented by Play Alberta. If you have us on YouTube this afternoon and you haven't done already, give us a thumbs up. Click that thumbs up button. Let's see if we can get to 100. We're almost already halfway there, a third of the way into the show, so that's pretty good. If you've already given us a thumbs up, then click share, and it'll generate a link for the show, and you can email or text that off to somebody else and bring them into the Edmonton Sports Talk community. We're going to go to the Oil Country Towing video hotline. Oil Country Towing, Edmonton's most trusted 24/7 roadside rescue team. Fast, safe, and reliable for over 15 years. Whether it's game day or a snowstorm, we work as hard as your favorite team to get you going. Call 780-986-6088 for all your towing needs. Love talking to this guy, Executive Director of Football Alberta. It is Tim Enger checking in. Tim, it's Reid and Jay. How are you doing?
How are you guys doing?
We're doing very well. Thanks for making time for us.
Tim, this
no
is
sorry about the sun in my face.
This is a little bit late in the year to be playing the high school provincials, isn't it? Is this the latest edition of the Alberta Bowl, which highlights the top teams from around Alberta in the different tiers? Is this the latest that this weekend has happened?
Absolutely the latest day. We are hours away from December. This is as we're kind of realizing with Mother Nature's curveballs this week, we're calling it 1 week too far, but we're running the provincials anyways. It's what it was predicated by the job interruption with the teachers, and sure. We had several strategies that we had to look at based on the length of time that they were out. We were actually 2 days away from the top dead date for being able to do anything going forward into November. We did have the extra week in November to play with, the extra weekend. We should have been wrapped up last week, but good Lord willing, we'll get it done this weekend.
So games have already started. So everything's happening at Jasper Place Bowl in Edmonton's West End. So the 6-a-side championship had number 3 JC Sherrick Hawks taking on the Breton Cougars. That went today at 2:30. Is that game is still going on, I presume?
I am currently watching it from the press box, and some Jeeps press box on the side of this facility, so that's why I get the sun in my eyes here. But anyways, I think it was me who recommended it. But what's happening right now, we have Breton and Hannah on the field, and we're halfway through the fourth quarter. It looks like Breton's going to take her.
What's the score? Oh, he's got his sun in his eyes.
38. Had to lean over and check it out, but actually, this is pretty good for Breton, the kind of the birthplace of modern 6-a-side football in the province, and they've had a couple of win in the Alberta Bowl in the past. They're a very small school, like located in West Central Alberta, 60 kids in the school. So this is, if the score holds, and it looks like it will, this will be an accomplishment for them.
A team that Reid is familiar with, the Holy Rosary Raiders,
very much,
are going to be playing tomorrow morning, taking on the Cardston Cougars. Every year that I see this, and this is in 3A competition, for those of you that are wondering, 5A, 4A, 3A, 9-a-side, 6-a-side, those are the different, I guess, and it's all based off of population. So 5A is 1,400 or more students, 4A is 800 to 1,400, and 3A, what we're talking about right now, is 800 or less. How many years has Holy Rosary been in this game? Like, it seems they're always in this game, Tim.
No, the staff have done an absolutely incredible job for over a decade. They've been to 12 straight Alberta Bowls. The first two they went in the old Tier 4 nation, and then they moved up to Tier 3, which is now 3A. And this is their 12th crack at it. They didn't start too well at 3A because they lost 6 in a row to Cochrane. They've won the last 3. So be interesting to see how they do this weekend, simply because I think winning becomes a habit with certain programs. We certainly saw that with Cochrane back in the day. But the little town of Cardston has to say about it coming up tomorrow.
Well, okay. The big one, the game that's happening tomorrow night, 6 p.m., JP Bowl, right where you are, Tim. This was unexpected. This was not how it was supposed to play out. It was supposed to be Raymond coming up here to play the Harry Ainley Titans. But hey, that's why they play the games. What did you think of that? The Ernest Manning Griffins taking down the number 1 team in the province and the country with a electric 23-20 overtime win last week. And how do you think this game's going to go out with them taking on the Notre Dame Pride, both teams from Calgary?
Yeah, no, it was. We've had a few people scratching their head over the week for why 2 teams from Calgary have to come to Edmonton, but you play the Grey Cup where you play the Grey Cup, you play the Super Bowl where you play the Super Bowl, and the teams have to go where the event is. But with Ernest Manning, I mean, he has arguably the best running back in the nation in Joel Thorpe. There's a little Chuba Hubbard-ish thing going on there, which is kind of fun to watch. But Manning has what arguably the best quarterback in Harrison Hindman, and Ainley's strategy seemed to be to go away from Joel, use him as more of a decoy, but Harrison took full advantage of his opportunities, and when it counted, when it needed to get him into range for an overtime, there he was. And not my favorite thing to have happen. I love the guys at Ernest Manning, don't get me wrong, but I'm an old Titan grad myself, so I know this isn't sitting well with the Harry Ainley, and they'll be back next year. But for excitement in terms of sports, that overtime victory for Ernest Manning over here was about as good as you can get.
Tim Enger from Football Alberta joining us on the Oil Country Towing video hotline. I'm wondering, do scouts attend these games? And what's the rule? When can a grade 12 student commit to a university, regardless of what side of the border that it's on?
Well, the first day is in December. I don't exactly know what the date is, but to be quite honest with you, the scouts used to be quite common attendees at these particular, where they're all cast in the games online, and the kids have access to their own huddle accounts where they're putting their highlights up and stuff like that. Scouting's become a lot easier, so you don't have to put on the old. We had a jacket back in the day with the Golden Bears hanging up in the equipment manager's room, an old tweed jacket said Big Time Scout on the back. And so every once in a while, some guy would put it on and wander around out there if they were. But Big Time Scout doesn't come to these games anymore because he's sitting in the comfort of his living room right now watching Brett.
Okay. I think we might have lost Tim. Is he still there? Oh, no, he's still moving. There. Okay, he's moving. Sorry, Tim. We thought we lost you for a sec. Okay, that's okay. We'll let you get back to the game, all the games this weekend. We appreciate the update. So everything's at the JP Bowl, and people can just come. Is there a little bit of admission, or what is it like for fans to get in?
Yeah, there's a QR code at the door, and smarter people than me will take your money through online. And it'll be $15 to get to the game. And we got 3 games going on tomorrow. The 3A goes at 11. The 4A goes at 2:30 with Austin O'Brien from the city of Edmonton. And then we've got the 5A with the two Calgary teams starting at 6 o'clock. So plenty of football if you're into it. But do dress up.
Right on. Tim, you're the best. Thanks for doing this mid-game while watching the 6-a-side. We appreciate it, buddy. Have a great weekend.
Thanks, guys.
All right, Tim Enger, check it in live on the spot from the JP Bowl where all the provincial finals were going down this weekend. Yeah, when I was covering Holy Rosary, they were 9-man football in Saskatchewan. And then I can't remember when they transitioned, but they joined the 12-man in Alberta, the Wheatland Football League, I think it's still called. And then now, what do you say, 12 straight Alberta Bowls?
Yeah, incredible.
Not bad.
Some of these names are just awesome. The Wainwright Commandos.
Yeah, I used to cover them.
Taking on the Bonnyville Voyageurs.
Yeah, I used to cover them.
Do you want to play this game?
Because that was the Wheatland Football League.
Do you
know that was the Alberta side, 12-man football.
You know Breton's team name? Like, you didn't cover them, so
I don't know the
Breton Cougars.
Okay.
So we got the Holy Trinity Academy Knights taking on the Austin O'Brien Crusaders.
Oh, yeah, I knew Crusaders. Yeah,
Right.
They used to play Lloyd Comp.
And the Ernest Manning Griffins taking on the Notre Dame Pride.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know all those teams.
Hey, you know what? If you're on the West End or you're looking for something to do with your family tomorrow, this is good football.
Now, what was the farthest you went in high school? Do you remember?
Reid, Bev Facey Falcons, when I was in high school, I played 3 years of football. We won 3 games in 3 years. We
my goodness.
stunk. We were awful. You know who we beat every year, though? Holy Trinity.
Holy Trinity, okay.
We were awful. So I never played in a playoff game till I went to the Wildcats. Well, not true. I played Team Alberta too. How's the questions going, Reid?
I'm not replying to one right now.
Okay.
But in the Nasty Chat, ask me a question. Something that you wouldn't ask me on air, and I'll reply to it. I've been doing that.
You've been doing well.
Yeah, I've been doing pretty well. It's been fun. Jordan Baker from the Stingers is going to join us in studio, which is going to be fun. He's always good to catch up with it. We got the Oil Understood for GCL Diesel next. Some comments from Knoblock, and we'll look ahead at tomorrow and some other games for the Edmonton Oilers.
Oilers news. Jack Roslovic is out a couple of weeks, missing team skate the past 2 days, while Kasperi Kapanen could miss several weeks after being injured in practice yesterday. Both ailments are undisclosed as Jake Wallman won't play tomorrow in Seattle. His possible return is next week. 15 games in the NHL today. Tons of action live. The Devils up 4-0 over the Sabres. 10 minutes left to go in the third period, and the Maple Leafs find themselves up 2-0 over the Capitals. Matthew Knight scoring his 6th of the season, assisted by Austin Matthews and Troy Stecher. 10 minutes left to go in the middle frame. And in Anaheim, it's a battle of California. The Ducks down 4-3 to the Kings. 7 minutes left in regulation. From Calgary, the Flames have made some front office extensions. General Manager Craig Conroy and President of Hockey Operations Don Maloney extending for 2 years. NFL action. Chicago improved to 9-3 on the season, overtaking the Eagles 24-15. And for the Vikings, Max Brosmer has been named the starter for Sunday's game against the Seahawks. That's his first career start in Atlanta. Drake London has been ruled out against the Jets with a knee injury. The Reid Wilkins Show carries on after the break. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you in the loop.
The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric.
Chris Johnson is our hockey insider today.
I do know for sure the Oilers have some interest in Tristan Jarry. Don't know what the trade looks like. I think that's a complication. Obviously, the cap is a consideration too. One of the benefits of the Pickard-Skinner duo is that they're among the lowest paid in the league in terms of their cap hit. So the management has to at least figure out what the other options are if this doesn't turn around and stabilize soon.
The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric. Weekday mornings 6 to 9. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
When you cater with Royal Pizza, you're getting the same great pizzas, pastas, and salads you love, just bigger and built for a crowd. Perfect for teams, offices, or parties, Royal Pizza's catering brings real value around $10 per person. Delicious, high quality, and easy. If you like their pastas, you'll love their catering pastas even more. Visit royalpizza.ca or contact your local store for exact pricing and details.
So come on home, Royal Pizza.
At Firehouse Subs, our subs are freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy. Each sub is piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and toasted to perfection. Firehouse Subs brings bold flavor to every bite, all served on a freshly toasted roll. But we're not just feeding Edmonton, we're fueling it. Dig into the brisket hat trick, piled with slow-smoked brisket and melty cheese. Or go to the Firehouse Subs fan favorite, the Hook and Ladder. Made to order with smoked turkey, honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese on a perfectly toasted roll. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs. Hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
When gambling, set a budget before you play. Stay informed and visit GameSenseAB.ca to learn how. Remember, if you gamble, use your game sense.
Your home for live music and great performances is the River Cree Resort and Casino. Celebrate the holiday season with the Tenors. Joy to the World Tour at River Cree, December 19th. From timeless classics to fresh renditions of favorites, the Tenors arrive just in time for Christmas. Tickets at rivercreeresort.com. River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement. Bet on it.
Since 1952, William Huff has been the heartbeat of Edmonton's advertising world. From humble beginnings to a citywide powerhouse, we've been the go-to for signage from print to design and installation. Partnering with Edmonton's top sports franchises and major events, we've helped shape the city's global reputation. Our secret? Unmatched customer service, decades of experience, and a passion for excellence we call the William Huff Advantage. Visit us online at williamhuff.com.
All right, thanks a lot for joining us this afternoon. Jason Milne, Reid Wilkins with you. And you, of course, send us an email, reid@edmontonsportstalk.com, jay@edmontonsportstalk.com. Would love to get a limerick or two to take you into the weekend. If you're watching us on YouTube, don't forget to click the thumbs up button. We want to try to get to 100 before we go home today at 6 o'clock. We are over halfway there, so on pace, but don't slow down. Don't be a pleasure delayer. Get in there and click. As well, you can text us, 780-218-9999. The afternoon inbox presented by River Cree Resort and Casino, home of the Kitchen Restaurant. Sundays and Mondays, 50% off the entire menu. That's Sundays and Mondays, 5 p.m. until close. It's good stuff. Did you have to clear any snow in the last 24 hours?
Yeah. A little bit. I just like to keep the back deck because you enter our house through the back. We don't go to the front door. Yeah. So I have to get that all cleared off, and then I shovel off the back parking pad, just so it doesn't get packed down.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's supposed to be plus something next week, I believe, for a day.
Is it warming up a bit again?
There is a
I didn't
day,
look that far ahead.
I think. I don't know. I'll probably have to pull out the skid steer this weekend.
Oh, all right.
And do the whole big kit and caboodle.
Yeah.
I like it, though. It's a heated cab, so you just like you're playing.
Oh, so you're comfortable.
Playing monster trucks, and you're just moving and dumping snow. It's till you run into the garage.
Yeah, I had to do a little bit of shoveling last night, not too bad, and then just some more or less sweeping this morning.
Yeah,
my ramp is heated, but it didn't keep up with the snow yesterday.
Really?
Like if it snows hard, so I had to shovel the ramp and the sidewalk and the steps. But then overnight it was fine. It melted what came down.
Oh, that's nice.
That's not bad.
Because you're quite steep. It needs to be.
Yeah, because the ramp goes down into my garage. Yeah, so if stuff really accumulated there, you'd struggle getting out if it was that slippery.
So technically, you have a layer.
I have a
layer, like a layer, like a
LAIR.
LAIR. You have an underground like secret building, like room. But it's not like a
Well,
basement.
I don't know if it's a secret.
It's sure.
Like
it is.
when I bought the house, I knew it was
Can
there.
anybody go in there? No. Top secret,
nobody can
baby.
go into anywhere in
It's
my
top
house.
Secret. It's a lair. You should. If you ever sell that house, you should list it as a whatever
with a secret. Comes with a secret layer.
2-bedroom, 3-story house with a secret lair.
Right.
You would like. You should use it as a lair. What would you be in? What lair would you have? Like, what would be the purpose of the Reid Wilkins lair?
Well, for plans for world domination.
Yes.
Just like a Bond villain.
Yes.
That's what it would be.
Just put a giant red bulb in, and it's a red room, and just be working with photographs. You remember how they used to have to make photographs?
Developing, yeah.
Developing.
Is that photo developing? Yeah.
Yes. And it's just pieces of paper. It's not photographs at all.
So you're making me out to be real crazy.
Yeah.
Actually, this is a good one from Brett. I'll try to answer this one on air. What's the best non-Def Leppard concert that I've been to? I actually haven't attended that many concerts in my life. I mean, I've seen Leppard 14 times. I don't know if I've been to 30 total concerts in my life. I mean, I saw Van Halen a few times. They were pretty good.
Van Halen's great.
You know what? You know, one that kind of sticks with me is I saw Everclear open for Our Lady Peace, and Everclear was like a blast.
Really?
Like, you know, they'd had Santa Monica, and they play like that very bouncy type of music.
Yeah.
And then they were, I always remember them as like an opening band that I was like, wow, they were pretty good. Like I do a few of their songs. Like I think they were starting to get big, but I was like, man, they were just fun. They were just like a ton of energy. So that was pretty good. I don't know if I'm really answering the question.
There you are.
That would one that, you know, but Halen's one of my favorite bands. Bon Jovi at Commonwealth was pretty good.
Yeah, I saw AC/DC at Commonwealth when the skies opened up during Hell's Bells.
Right.
That was kind of memorable. But the best concert I've ever been to is not even close. Not even close. Kid Rock.
Oh, really?
It was amazing. Like, I can't say on air what happened on stage.
Okay.
Like, it was a party. It was crazy. And he's just like, that's the atmosphere in those concerts. It's party.
Right.
Giver.
All right. But keep on asking me questions in the it's an Ask Me Anything for Reid in the Nasty Chat. And I'll try to answer and host the show at the same time. I'm having trouble concentrating on both. We'll see what I can do.
You're doing wonderful.
Thanks, buddy. The Oil Understood is presented by GCL Diesel, providers of the best diesel engine components around. From turbochargers to injectors, fuel pumps to sensors, they are the critical engine component experts. Proud to serve Edmonton and Northern Alberta for over 50 years, and now a partner of Edmonton Sports Talk and the Reid Wilkins Show. GCL Diesel. Diesel. Understood. All right. So the injury news today is Roslovic is going to be out a couple of weeks, so that's not good for the Oilers. He's become one of their best offensive players. Kapanen, who was practicing yesterday and then appeared to re-injure something during practice, he's going to be out several weeks. Wallman can hopefully play within the next week, but he won't play tomorrow. So McDavid with Savoy and Hyman was aligned today. Draisaitl with Podkolzin and Mangiapane. Nugent Hopkins at center with Henrique and Janmark. And then Lazar with Frederick and Clattenburg. Ekholm, Bouchard, Nurse, Regula, Kulak, Emerson, the defenseman, Skinner, and Pickard. Obviously, the goaltenders. Knoblock commenting a little bit on injuries and the impact.
Yeah, it's unfortunate losing those guys. We're very optimistic getting guys back. Lazar, Nugent Hopkins, Kapanen, and those three coming back was great news. And then we knew Wallman was getting close, but of those guys, Lazar and Nugent Hopkins would be the only two. And then you lose a couple guys. But it is what it is. Every team goes through injuries, and when we're not playing very well, we're going to add some new life, a little bit different dynamic with those players. But we're going to just have to find a way with what we have.
Well, it does help to get Nugent Hopkins back. At least at practice today, they have him down the middle, also with McDavid and Draisaitl down the middle. I know Dusty asked me that yesterday, and I thought they'd probably come back with Nuge down the middle before reuniting Nugent Hopkins, McDavid, and Hyman, though, as we all know, that could happen 5 minutes into the game tomorrow. Knoblock Very happy to get Nugent Hopkins back.
You know, he's a tremendous teammate. You know, we've had players joke that he's my favorite player. Just Ryan's a very smart hockey player who you can rely on last minute of a game. He can provide some offense. He is an important part, even though he is a secondary part on that power play. He is he makes it run just with getting the puck in the right spots. And, you know, Connor and Leon do a lot of moving around. He reads on what they're going to do, and he adjusts what position he needs to be in and what play is going to be made. Yeah, I can go on and on about Ryan and how valuable he is. And we have missed him through this stretch, not having him. And it'll be nice having him back because, you know, he can play on the top six on the wing, or he can be our third line center. He can be our second line center if we want to play Connor and Leon together. So I can utilize him in many ways, and he's very valuable.
So it'll be the first game tomorrow with McDavid, Draisaitl, Nugent Hopkins, and Hyman all in the lineup. So that'll be important. No Roslovic. That's going to hurt. Looks like Tomaszek's going to be the healthy scratch. Lazar returns. I got to say this, Jay. Like Curtis Lazar, you know, I've known this guy since he was an Oil King. Followed his career very closely. I'm always pulling for him. I know he's limited in his overall ability, but I did like the fact that when he was playing, he was trying to stir it up a little bit.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I mean, it's just, I don't know. This team just seems to not be able to. Okay, there's injuries. Roslovic's out. Nuge is back. I don't. So what? I mean, even with Roslovic in, you know, one shift the team's playing this way, another shift the team's playing this way. One game they're playing with energy. One game they look lost on the ice.
Right.
And this is the biggest question. We've been talking about it a lot. Until they can figure this out and play with some form of consistency, I don't know. Like even the lineups, the lines. Well, okay. Does it matter? I mean, like I'm serious, Reid. Like, does it matter if they're playing the way that they are?
Well, no, but
can I ask you something about that too?
Yes.
You have said that. You stated, in fact, and now it sounds quite correct, but you said that one of the biggest things the Oilers were going to have to come over from last year to this year was the negative goal differential. The goals that left the roster and weren't properly
the
replaced.
goal deficit.
Goal deficit.
And they haven't been replaced.
No, they haven't.
Well, Roslovic actually has done a pretty good job, to be fair.
He has. Is that still your biggest concern? Or are you more concerned with the team's style and lack of...
No.
I know you're not an identity guy, but for lack of a better term on my end, the team's lack of identity.
Yeah, like I thought one of the biggest challenges would be scoring for the team, and I think it has been. I know they've had some games where they've scored, but they don't wear other teams down in the offensive end. I mean, they don't forecheck. They aren't heavy enough on the puck. They aren't a big enough presence in front of the other team's net. All those kinds of things, right? And that's because of some of the players they've lost over the last couple of years, and they replaced them with, you know, players who were question marks or in some cases hadn't even played in the NHL. So, but they're worse in their own end than I thought they would be. Quite frankly, they're worse in their own end than they've been in a long time, I think. I mean, even when they started poorly the last couple of years, they weren't, in my mind, they weren't this bad in their own end. So, yeah, they have to get better at those areas in front of the net at both ends of the ice, I think. So, but my biggest area of concern now is, while, yes, there's roster deficiencies, it's almost having, like, playing with some spirit, right? Playing with some energy. You know, playing simple, playing responsible, all those types of things that you would think a veteran team, I mean, teams can struggle at any point, whether they're a veteran or not, but that a veteran team wouldn't be languishing in these problems for as long as they have been.
Yeah. It's just, I don't know. That's the biggest question. Is when does this, because coming into the season, this team was weren't they believed to have had some of the best defensive pairings in the NHL? I mean,
well, they were okay. The reason,
maybe?
Okay, again, Jay, I didn't make that list, and I'm not upset at you specifically. I'm getting annoyed that I keep getting asked the question: why were the Oilers ranked so high with their defensive group? I didn't make the bloody list.
Right.
I didn't do the ranking. Like this is my problem in my life. I'm so level-headed and I'm so nice and I'm so accommodating to people. They want me to answer questions about things other people have done that they're mad about.
Well, of course we do.
Reid, why did this person do that? I don't know. I'm not them.
Well,
but I can tell you this.
Something up.
The Oilers were supposed to be a better puck-moving team.
Sure.
Getting the puck up the ice than they are.
Yep.
I think that's why I believe it was The Athletic ranked them as one of the best D groupings in the league.
But yet they've regressed.
But yes,
quite a bit.
But it's one thing. But yeah, they haven't been able to do that. Like it'd be one thing to say like, well, you know, Bouchard struggles down low or whatever, but they get the puck up. Like what was that play a couple of games ago? Like Ekholm fanned on the puck twice trying to clear it and then just blindly shot it out to center because he finally had to do something with it. So they've had players make mistakes who don't usually make mistakes, right? And they haven't been good at getting the puck up the ice. I think they take too long to do it. Belsey and I were talking about this with Tom after the game on Tuesday. I mean, it's just like regroup, pass it back, go behind your own net. Oh, we don't like we see. Let's curl back. And to me, you're just giving the opposition the time to set up something in the neutral zone that's going to prevent you from moving up the ice.
Yeah.
But a little bit of practice time this week. Here's Knoblock.
Yesterday was a good practice, coming off a day off, but I really liked what I saw today. It was much shorter, but the tempo was good. Just the enthusiasm was at a level that I haven't seen probably since camp, which is a great step. And I think that's probably the biggest thing that we need to improve upon is just, feeling good about ourselves, belief in the team that we can win games and not dragging our feet and feeling sorry for ourselves because, yeah, we can be disappointed, but I don't think that's helping us moving forward. Yeah, everyone's disappointed, but we need to think about how we're going to improve and play better. And feeling sorry for yourself, you can do that for a little while, but you got to move on. And from what I saw today, I think guys have, and I like the attitude.
Well, hopefully. I mean, look, the schedule was difficult. It is a factor. I think it'd be foolish to ignore that. It's not the primary reason the Oilers have struggled, but there were some things about the schedule that were difficult. I mean, they had played more games than any other team. 2/3 of their games have been on the road. I do think that's a factor. Okay, fair enough. All right, you didn't get to practice a lot. Okay, fair enough. But now, again, if the team itself is saying, okay, we need some practice times, we're glad to be at home, okay, fine. Well, you're running out of things here after a while if you don't start performing.
Right.
They sure as hell didn't perform against the Dallas Stars.
No.
First game back at home. So now you go to Seattle, a decent team, but not like the best team in the world. And then you got 5 straight home games where you're going to be able to practice and you're not going to be able to travel. So, okay, things that might have been weighing you down or might cost you occasional points along the way. Okay, fine. Hey, 7-game road trip, no one's thinking you're going 7-0 or 6-1.
Right.
I'm not saying it hasn't been done, but there are going to be some nights there where you just might not have it. So okay, fine. 7 and 11 days on the road theoretically should be tougher than 5 and 11 all at home, which is kind of coming up. Okay, fine. I'll get that. If they want to say that and we want to talk about it, I think that's fine. But eventually here you got to start banking points. And people ask, one question that I get asked is, is it a danger of not making the playoffs? You're darn right it's a danger of not making the playoffs. As I've been saying, look, it's pretty easy to figure out a team's point total. If 82 is 500, so you subtract wins minus losses and then add that number to 82. So if you're 42, 32, and whatever, you know it's 92 points by the end of the year because it's 10 games over 500. So if the Oilers are going to get into the 90s, they have to play at least 8 games over 500. So 8 more regulation wins than regulation losses because the third column cancels out. So like I had them before the season at 98 points. Like that's going to be wrong. Like they're not going to go 16 games over 500 the rest of the way. They're not good enough. Can they go 10? Even that's going to be tough. Like the playoffs are a real danger. Like they have to just to get it started. They have to have a 10-game stretch where they do something like going 6-2-2 or 7-3. That's just to get it started to go towards a playoff percentage.
Playoffs? Well, it'll be interesting to see how this team comes out tomorrow in Seattle because, as Knoblock said, there was probably the most enthusiasm he has seen since camp. That's good. The tempo was there. It was a short, fast-paced practice. I want to see what that version of the team looks like.
I'd hope it's something competent.
Because I'll tell you what, if after what you say here and then the team comes out and delivers, and hopefully for Oilers fans' sake they don't, but if they deliver another stinker, then Lester the Cat is going to be played more and more and more because that's anything coming out of anybody with this team's voice.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's time to get going and start banking some points here.
Yeah, now. Now.
Well, that's what Leon said after the game. He's like, this has to start tomorrow. I know he didn't have a game the next day, but you know what he meant. Edmonton Sports Talk presented by Play Alberta. Why settle for less when you can have it all? Only Play Alberta brings you casino games, live dealers, lottery, instants, and sports betting all in one place. Players can get a $50 casino bonus by depositing $50 and using the code EST Casino. You get a $50 free sports bet by depositing $50 and using the code EST Sports. Don't forget to use your game sense. YYC No Flames for me. He sent in a limerick the other day. He says the Olympics won't help. Top guys playing even more intense hockey. I don't know, man. Non-playoff year is getting pretty damn believable. Yeah, I do think the Olympic break could have a negative effect. Now, having said that, I guess I'm going to be fair. That could affect any team that way, right? I mean, it could hurt players from any NHL team going to the Olympics and playing that level of hockey. But that's fair. If the Oilers are 5 points out of a playoff spot going into the Olympics, and then you need those guys firing on cylinders when they get back, and it's an exhausting, intense, difficult Olympics, then yeah, for sure. Then that could be really tough. All right. We had to call a quick timeout. We got a very special guest. I dare to say one of the U of A's all-time greatest athletes from their entire history, and still doing great stuff. He's going to step in the nasty chat. Keep sending me your Ask Me Anything questions. It's slowed down a little bit. I'll do my best to answer. 780-218-9999 is how you text us. That's the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. River Cree Resort and Casino, home of Tap 25 restaurant, where the entire menu is 50% off 7 days a week from 2 to 5 p.m. Here's the Coop.
Oilers injury updates. Kasperi Kapanen could miss several weeks. He left practice early yesterday with an injury. And Jack Roslovic is out a couple of weeks after missing practice the past 2 days. Both injuries are undisclosed. Plus, Jake Wallman will not play tomorrow for Edmonton in Seattle. He has a possibility of returning next week. On the ice, there's 6 games live around the NHL. 2 games in a shootout. Flyers and Islanders notched at 3 apiece, while the Kings and Ducks are locked at 4 aside. And with 40 seconds left in the third period, the Flames hold a 5-3 lead over the Panthers. Empty net for the Cats. Down the QE2, In Calgary, the Flames have made several extensions in the front office. President of Hockey Operations Don Maloney and General Manager Craig Conroy inking 2-year deals. For the Kraken, Jaden Schwartz is expected to miss 6 weeks with a lower body injury sustained Wednesday against the Stars. And back in Alberta, on the road, the Oil Kings play the Rebels at 7. Locally, the 6 and 14 Pandas tussle with the Spartans at the Claire Drake Arena. Puck drop for that one is at 7 o'clock, while at Nate, the Ooks women's hockey team welcomes in the RDP Queens at 6. To the NFL, it's O'Marion Hampton out this week for the Chargers against the Raiders. He's sidelined with an ankle injury. Jordan Baker checks in next. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
Hangout.
Do you think leadership is an issue with this hockey team?
Yes.
I'm glad you're answering honestly, because I don't know how you could look at this and not say that there is a leadership issue.
Yes, because at this point, these guys that are the leaders of this team should have that ability to drag everyone into the fight with them. And that element hasn't happened.
The EST Hangout, presented by Sentinel Storage. Weekday mornings 9 to 11, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Sentinel Storage is proud to partner with Toy Mountain in support of Big Brothers Big Sisters Boys and Girls Club. Between now and December 19th, drop off a new unwrapped toy at a Sentinel Storage near you and bring a smile to a child this holiday season.
Hockey is heating up, and so is the excitement on Play Alberta. With casino winners every hour, jackpots worth millions, and revenue that stays in the province, there's never been a better time to sign up. Right now, our listeners can score a $50 free bet when they make a minimum $50 deposit with code EST50. That's code EST50 for a $50 free bet. Start playing with your game sense today to find out if you're Alberta's next winner. Must be 18 plus to play. If you gamble, please use your game sense.
EST Afternoons.
There's rumors swirling. Kulak's, you think they're dangling him?
I mean, it doesn't help that he's not King Kulak, which sucks because I think he's a phenomenal defender. Yeah, you're looking to improve your team. I'm wary of trading someone of Kulak's caliber.
I get why, because he's one of the few guys that has value, doesn't have a no movement. You need that cap room.
EST Afternoons, weekday afternoons 1 to 3, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Where holiday cheer meets great beer. This season, celebrate at the Canadian Brewhouse. From plated dinners and festive buffets to casual pub-style parties, we've got the perfect space for your crew. Book your holiday party today at thecanadianbrewhouse.com.
The Oil Stream.
It just gives a free pass to all these other guys who've been playing like horse defensive. Like, it's not like they're sitting there and we're going, man, the Oilers aren't giving up any chances and Skinner's getting beat from way out. That's not what's happening here. How many times this year, and every goal here is debated because this market's insane. We love it. That's why Edmonton Sports Talk can exist.
The Oil Stream, presented by Boston Pizza. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday afternoons at noon, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
All right, thanks a lot for joining us this afternoon. I'm not cold, unlike the guys this morning. I just got a new toque from our next guest here. Jay got a new hat. This is pretty cool. He's joining us live in the Canadian Brewhouse studio. Win big this football season at the Canadian Brewhouse. Score your shot at a trip to the Super Bowl, weekly prizes, and more, plus $1 off Budweiser and Bud Light tankards. Details at thecanadianbrewhouse.com. It is one of my all-time favorite athletes / coach. What did I do?
Nothing. Jordan, you gotta raise your chair.
I gotta figure it out.
Well, he's like the same height as me, which he's not. He's a foot taller than me.
He's like a massive human being. There you go.
What are you, 6'6"?
6'7". Listed at 6'8", but 6'7".
All right, so you're basically a foot taller than me. So Jordan, of course, is okay. I gotta get all the titles right. You're the GM. Mm-hmm. You're the head coach.
Yeah.
Or do you have an ownership stake?
Working towards it.
Working towards that.
Yeah.
Of the Edmonton Stingers.
Yeah, and the president.
Oh, you're president. Sorry, I did miss one.
Yeah.
And you used to play for the team.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe you scored the championship-winning bucket.
In 2021.
The first of the two championships, right?
Second of the two.
Oh, it was the second of two. My bad. I'm very sorry. Former U of A Golden Bear. Where else? Did you coach Nate for a year or two?
3 years.
3 years, and you were Golden Bears assistant with Barnaby for couple of years?
Yeah, 2 or 3, I think. Yeah.
2 or 3 years. So well known in the basketball community. And we were just talking off air. We've probably, because what was your first year at the U of A? Was it 08? 08, 09?
2009. Yeah.
Okay, so that's when we would have first met because I was doing play-by-play. And you started from game 1 as a rookie as a Golden Bear. That's pretty hard to do. 5 years. The back injury kept you out half of your third year? Fourth year. Okay, so I'm just giving some context.
Well.
Like you played a ton of games.
Yeah.
And you national finalists in your third year or fourth year?
Third year.
And then did you guys go to the tournament when you were injured? Did you not make it?
No.
Okay, so you lost. So you were one of many teams to lose to Carleton in the national final.
Yeah. And then we lost to them in the semifinal in 2014 as well.
In your last year. Oh, right. I forgot about that. So. Okay, so you're here. It's great to see it, buddy. Like this. This. Thanks for the toque. I may not wear it the entire rest of the show.
It's a good one.
I always like a good toque. I'm one of those guys. Like, I'm not a big hat wearer. Like, I'll wear a hat to an Elks game or if it's maybe really sunny out. But in the winter, like, I just stuff a toque in a pocket of every possible jacket I might wear outside in the winter. So if it's cold, it's like, oh yeah, I got a toque.
Reid, do you remember when Jordan's mom Trix was the coach of the Pandas and little Jordan would be running around the gym shooting at halftime?
Well, I missed that.
Yeah. So that's when my wife played there.
Yeah, I missed that era, unfortunately. We could have known each other your whole life if I would have been working then.
And you'd look at your parents and be like, man, he's probably going to be tall, but he's just a little guy right now. But yeah, that sure worked out, Jordan. You've butted into a grown man. And people did notice the 6'7" comment about your height. I mean, that's just his height, folks.
I didn't even mean that. I didn't even mean to bring that up. All right, so let's talk about your life as a sports fan because you're an Edmontonian, and you and I have talked other sports besides basketball. Or do you live and die with or follow the Oilers much?
Definitely follow them. It's been a great couple of seasons the last couple of years, going all the way to the Cup, but. I don't think it's a live and die situation. I mean, I've certainly, I remember, the night of the draft lottery before we got McDavid.
Yes.
I was young and I was at the bar, and the night, like about 2 hours after the draft lottery, there was a guy in the bar with the McDavid custom Oilers jersey.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
So since that day, it's kind of been like, all right, let's get on board with this. I love generational talent. Let's follow a little bit closer. So it's been a fun few years, that's for sure.
Okay, so let me ask you this, because you've seen it from a variety of different angles, and really from a variety of different angles as you've become more of an adult and gained more life experience. You've been a player, you've been a young player, then you've been a veteran player, then you've been a pro rookie, then you've been one of the leaders on your pro team, and then you've coached and managed. Like when you see a team struggling and see a guy like Coach Knoblock, Bears alum, you got to mention that as well because you'll love that. Do you how do you look at that when you see a coach under fire or coaching a team that appears to be lacking in a lot of confidence?
Yeah, I mean, the hardest part is, we can sit up here and we can hypothesize about whatever's going on in that locker room or what we see on the ice. And, having been in professional locker rooms before, you don't really understand it unless you're really inside it.
Right.
And the dynamic and, what the team is feeling. And obviously the results haven't been there on the ice the way that we've seen the last couple seasons. But I think it's maybe something that, sports talk typically does is blows things out of proportion. If the coach and the general manager are trying to make changes, they're trying to, they're not just saying, hey, we'll let this thing figure itself out. If they're, actively trying to create solutions, whether it's with the roster, whether with the lineup, whether it's with tactics, I think you're going to keep an engaged team and a team that's, very experienced. As long as you haven't lost the locker room in that sense, then, you got to let things play out and give the guy an opportunity to kind of get the team, right the ship a little bit.
Well, you're right. With sports talk, sometimes we get going on stuff. The one standard I have for myself, though, and I think I've adhered to it, is I don't comment on, like, if because a listener or an audience member might say, well, this guy's a cancer in the room. Well, it looks like they don't like each other. Like, or people be like, Reid, what's going on behind closed doors? Like, there's a reason the doors are closed. I'm not there. Like, I'm not going to speculate just to make myself sound like I know. Like, people are always, well, Taylor Hall's the problem. He's a cancer. I'm like, okay, well, you can say that, but Like, what's your evidence? Well, you must know, Reid, and you're not saying. It's like, no, I don't know. I'm not there when just these, because you've probably seen this. Like, and I know, like, you always get the better stories from the retired players. And, like, I've had guys telling me, like, man, like, our team sucked, but man, we got along. Like, man, we fought for each other. Like, we just plain weren't good enough. You know, like, you really don't know what's going on behind the scenes.
And I think the hard part is, you know, you can't expect these grown men with lives and families to spend every waking hour next to each other and, you know, going out and going to dinners and meals. Like, there's other stuff going on in their lives. And so when you talk about the closeness of a team, you know, oftentimes, like, you can flip a switch and it's once you're in the locker room, that's your brotherhood, that's your family. But there's other things that you need to take into account. So when you talk about, you know, how close knit a group is, it doesn't always have to be, hey, we're spending every waking hour together. It could be a situation where, you know, once the lights are on and we're you know, sometimes adversity is going to help with that.
Did you ever have a team as a coach, or maybe and I don't expect you to name names, but looking back, like, was there ever a rift or two guys where it's like, God, these guys don't like each other and it's weighing everybody down? Like, did that ever happen?
Definitely.
Yeah.
And, you know, they're getting paid a lot of money to do this. So you can put some personal differences aside and, you know, everyone's trying to play, you know, hopefully play their hardest for the crest on their chest and, you know, for their next contract and all these things. So I think there's always going to be interpersonal challenges. I mean, especially on a hockey team where you've got, you know, 25, 30 guys in the mix, you know, versus a basketball team where it's a little bit of a smaller group. But there's always going to be, you know, not everyone's going to be each other's best friends, and there's going to be, you know, cliques that form a little bit. You see guys be closer with others, but you know, the key thing is, how do they get along on the ice? How do they, you know, go to bat for each other?
So from I guess this one would be more from your playing experience, because one thing, you know, the Oilers this year are saying it, and you hear other struggling teams saying it, like, they know what they're not doing. Right?
Yeah.
They know, like Tuesday's game, they know falling behind 4-0 sucks. Like, they're not trying to do it, but they can't get them. Like, if you had a time, and I know you didn't a lot because you were very good, but if you had a time when you were struggling as a player, were there things you thought, okay, I got to do this, or okay, I can't worry about this tonight. If I just do these fundamental things, the other stuff will come. Like, did you have sort of little things or things you told yourself, okay, this is what I got to do to get back on track?
Yeah, I mean, for me, you know, obviously it's a different game, but
sure,
for me it was rebound and run. So if every single possession you try to get your hands on a rebound, and every single possession you're the first guy up the floor, or the you know, first guy down the floor, other things are going to work out.
Right.
And sometimes when you're struggling, you're in a slump, or, you know, when you go down 4-0, you're in a situation where you're now trying to overcompensate and do some things and maybe out of character, and that's going to lead to, you know, an A3 final, for example, right? So just breaking it down to the simplest building blocks possible and say, hey, let's just keep it simple. Let's, you know, be aggressive on the forecheck or do whatever the game plan is, and try to boil it down. And every single person that steps on the ice contributes to that. Then you're going to be a little bit more process focused than outcome focused.
Well, I like how you put that. I mean, Jay and I talk about that, like, simplify, like, from a hockey standpoint, okay, like, get in the way, like, back check. Don't worry about a razzle-dazzle pass or trying to get a 3-on-2. And, like, I should emphasize this for people who weren't lucky enough to see you play. Like, to me, a Jordan Baker stat line would be like, but like a Jordan Baker stat line would be 18 points, like 9 rebounds, 5 assists, and like 2 or 3 blocks. Like, just a little bit of everything. But you scored because, you know, when I was lucky enough to do all those U of A games, like, you'd see those guys, like, they might get more points than you, but it's like, well, they might get hot and they'd hit 3 3-pointers in a quarter. But you were the type of player, like, you impacted the game a lot because you got to the inside and you didn't slow down, right? And if you, like, a guy misses a 3-pointer, the other team might think, okay, he's cooled off. Okay, he's not going to want the ball now. To me, you were the type of guy, okay, you drive the basket, maybe you miss one you usually make. If I'm the opposition, I'm probably thinking, thank God he missed that one, but, like, I know he's coming again. Like, I felt, obviously you had talent, but to me, you were more of like a wear you down, just don't go away type player.
Yeah. Well,
Did you see yourself that way?
Well, this is something that people actually have said to me, and this is probably something that you don't even know, is I eat a big meal 30 minutes before the game. like huge.
Like how big?
Like, my typical pregame meal was like I'd go to Boston Pizza because you're a struggling college student. You go to Boston Pizza, you get the Boston's lasagna 30 minutes before. Like as soon as basically as you got to be at the game an hour before. Okay, you're packing it up and you're eating it when you get to the game. And in the first quarter, you're struggling not to throw that, not to revisit it. But now those carbs have started to digest. Right. And by the third and fourth quarter, everyone else is coming down and you're just getting where you need to be. So, that's sort of the way that I looked at things is, like you said, wear people down.
Yeah.
Try to play a full 40 minutes. Try to, be a little bit more energized in the last couple quarters. Think about somebody like Derrick Henry in the NFL.
Right.
It's like he gets better the second half of the season. He gets better in the second half of games because he's getting better over the course of the game and everyone else is getting tired.
Yeah. It's just like, that's a great answer. But you were that because, the era, and we'll talk about this after the break, I feel like this era of basketball is really 3-point focused. Mm-hmm. And somebody said that to me once, like they came to watch U of A play and I said, watch, like it was a buddy of mine. I was like, watch this Baker kid, like he's good. And then after the game, it was like, man, like I don't think he took any 3-pointers and he gets all these points. So I'm like, no, he doesn't. He goes on the inside. He takes punishment to score. He gets to the foul line. He irritates the other team. Not like you weren't like you yapped a little bit maybe.
No. That wasn't my job.
I might have seen you scowl once or twice.
Yeah, I mean, there's probably been an F-bomb or two that were directed a referee's way, but that's...
Some things never change.
It happens.
Yeah.
Hey, now I'm coaching. I'm able to do that on a nightly basis, so it's good. It's the only way I can
we want to talk about that for sure.
Yeah.
All right, we're off and running. This is great to see you. Jordan Baker is the president, general manager, and head coach of the Edmonton Stingers. I got that right.
Yes, sir.
Okay, we'll talk more about that side of his life, and if you got any questions for Jordan, fire them in as well. Here's the 5 o'clock break.
2 guys and a goalie.
I don't think the Oilers actually broke the Flames. I think the Flames broke the Flames. And people wanting out of Calgary broke the Flames. And internal stuff in the dressing room broke the Flames. Some of the management decisions and ownership decisions about who is making decisions around the table.
That was Sutter behind the bench. That was a tough situation.
It wasn't the right
2 guys
fit.
and a goalie, presented by GS Construction. Tuesday and Thursday afternoons at noon, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Looking for quality building materials and friendly advice? Visit us at Windsor Plywood Leduc, family owned and locally run since 1993. From interior materials for doors, flooring, baseboards, and all the finishing touches to all you need for your outdoor projects like cedar lumber for decks and fences, plus all the plywood you'd need. Our full-time on-staff carpenter can help with anything odd-sized or custom, and from domestic hardwoods to exotic selections, we've got you covered. And if we don't have it, we'll track it down for you. Windsor Plywood Leduc. We're the experts you need to know.
Weiss Johnson, whoa.
Hi, Dennis from Weiss Johnson here, and we're excited to be partnering up with the Nielsen Show and have a special deal exclusive for Nielsen Show listeners. Get 10% off any new Trane furnace, air conditioner, or heat pump installation from now until the end of October. Bundle a furnace with an AC or heat pump and get 25% off the package price. Get your home comfort now for all seasons with Weiss Johnson and Trane. Trane, it's hard to stop a train. Visit wjsportstalk.com today.
From the first time on skates to wearing a special jersey passed down through generations, Sentinel Storage is here for you. Store your sports gear to create space for all life's adventures. Try 4 weeks free at sentinelstorage.ca. Proud partner of the Edmonton Oilers.
Running your own small business takes courage, and as it grows, so does your team. That's why Alberta Blue Cross offers health, dental, life, disability, and wellness benefits designed for small businesses, because we know a healthy team means a thriving business. Join over 5,000 Alberta businesses who have chosen us to help their business grow and succeed. Alberta Blue Cross takes care of you and your employees, so you can take care of your business. Visit ab.bluecross.ca to find a plan that's right for you.
At Mind360, we invite you to embark on your mental health journey in a safe and comfortable space. Conveniently located in St. Albert, Mind360 has a diverse team of experienced clinicians that offer a broad range of tailored services for children, adults, and families. Furthermore, we are very proud to serve our military, veterans, and first responders. If you're looking for counseling, treatment, or assessment, understand that you are not alone. Contact Mind360 at mind360.ca to book an appointment today.
Oilers news. Jack Roslovic and Kasperi Kapanen will miss some time. Roslovic out a couple of weeks. Kapanen possibly missing several with both injuries undisclosed. And from Seattle, Edmonton's Jake Wallman has been ruled out for tomorrow's game. He could make a return next week. NHL action. 2 games are live. 10 games wrapped up. Right now it's the Maple Leafs and Capitals with about 14 minutes left in the third period. Toronto up 2-1. And from Carolina, it's notched at 1 aside early in the final frame between the Jets and Hurricanes. From Anaheim, Lucas Dostal will miss 2 to 3 weeks with an upper body injury. And for the Kraken, Jaden Schwartz is expected to miss 6 weeks with a lower body injury he sustained Wednesday against the Stars. League news. We're back in Alberta on the road. It's the Oil Kings playing the Rebels at 7. Locally, the 6-14 Pandas tussle with the Spartans at the Claire Drake Arena. Puck drop for that one is at 7 o'clock. And the Ooks women's hockey team welcomes in the RDP Kings at 6. In NFL news, it's Drake London of the Falcons ruled out this weekend against the Jets. He's sidelined with a knee injury. I'm Zachary Kubish. That was your Sports Update. Hour 3 of the Reid Wilkins Show starts right now.
All right, this is our Voices of the Game presented by Windsor Plywood Leduc, locally owned and operated since 1993. We're more than just plywood. We offer everything from doors and flooring to decking, fencing, and custom millwork. With a huge selection of hardwoods and knowledgeable staff, we're here for all your DIY needs. Windsor Plywood Leduc, the experts you need to know. Some people are asking us about Draisaitl commenting on an Edmonton Sports Talk social media post. Jay and I will talk about that at 5:20. As much as it can be talked about. Jordan Baker is in studio. He's our Voices of the Game. Jordan is the president, GM, and head coach of the Edmonton Stingers of the Canadian Elite Basketball League. What have you guys won? 2 championships in your history?
Yeah.
And last year eliminated by the Calgary in the postseason. So you've been in the playoffs every year, haven't you?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Every year we've been.
Calgary, didn't they go on to win? Or no,
they lost in the final.
They
lost the final. Okay.
That was a good squad. Calgary had a pretty good team.
Yeah, they were good. They had good depth, and they were managed to keep most of their guys around to the helps in our leagues.
Right.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jay.
Well, we asked if you have a question for Jordan, you want to ask something about life, CEBL, whatever. Rip City Step, he says, how much does coaching with the Elam ending change coaching? My biggest annoyance with the NBA is some games take forever to end with the fouling and timeouts.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a different feel.
And I just will say, Elam ending is a target score.
Right.
So with what, 4 minutes or?
Yeah, 4 minutes left in the fourth.
4 minutes left in the fourth. The next whistle, they stop the game. The team, let's say you're up 85 to 80. You add 9 points to the team that's up. So you go up to the target score is 94. First to 94 wins. Clock's turned off. It can go as long as it needs to, but it's a target score. So that's what Elam ending is.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's much different than what you'd see typically in an NBA game or an NCAA game where there's, coaches have a little bit more of control or impact of the game. You want to get the best shots you can every possession. You want to maybe run the clock out if you're leading. Maybe want to take some ill-advised shots to try to climb back into a game. Now you're fouling at the end. You're calling timeouts to advance the ball. You're drawing things up as a coach. And during target time ending, you basically just want to play like you have the first 36 minutes of the game. And that means, converting off of your defense, playing fast, trying to get easy ones in transition. And, you always see, the team that's leading, the sphincter start to tighten a little bit just because, the other team can play a little bit freer, a little bit looser, right? And true. And honestly, a part of the game that isn't talked about as much is, the unwillingness to want to end a game on a free throw. And so defensively, if you're a team that's losing, you can be a little bit more aggressive knowing that, the officials want the players to decide the game. And so you're in a situation where you can be a little bit more aggressive. You can be a little bit more physical. You can, try to take advantage of your defense in a situation. And, you do see a lot of games coming down to the last couple of possessions in the CEBL because of that target score time. For us, we drill it almost every day in practice. both, entering target time, what that looks like. Do you want to foul to initiate it? Do you want to, continue to play? What does it look like when that 4 minutes, sort of rolls off the clock?
Right.
But then, we want to execute. I mean, Adika Peter McNeely, who was one of our players and now is an assistant coach, his philosophy, and he echoes it every time when target time rolls around, is get a shot every possession, right? Don't turn the basketball over. Don't try to get too cute with it. Get a shot every single possession. Give yourself an opportunity to win the game, especially when you're up.
Yeah. Well, you guys, I don't mean to big up bad memory, but you guys had that because Mooner and I were there when you guys had that big lead against Calgary.
Yeah.
And I think
league record.
Well, is it still a league
Largest
record?
blown lead in target time.
no.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not good.
But it's still, like, that's the crazy thing. Like, you think, the Stingers were up 16 or whatever you guys were, but there's still momentum even within that. Because you could, I hate to say this, I don't know how you felt on the bench, but in the stands, you could almost feel it like slipping away, and Calgary started to believe at some point, right?
Yeah, and I mean, when you're down, it goes one of two ways. Especially when it's a 12 to 17
Larger,
point game, it goes one of two ways. It goes, okay, we're going to hit some crazy shots and we're going to get back into this thing, or we're going to turn it over and we're going to miss some crazy shots and give up some stuff at the other way, and it's
over in 2
it's going to be
minutes or something.
25. Yeah. It's going to be 3 possessions and it's bang, 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 done. Right. So that team that's down plays with a lot of freedom, and oftentimes that helps them claw back into the game.
All right. So what's it like getting players in the CEBL? Like, you just are always building relationships and trying to find guys, or what's it like building a roster?
Yeah. So, I mean, the one unique thing about the CEBL is there's no multi-year contracts. So every player that comes to play for the Edmonton Stingers is on a 1-year deal that expires at the end of the season. And so every year, right now we have 0 players on our roster. So every year there's pros and cons to that. If I'm a guy that I really like, unfortunately, I can't sign him to a multi-year deal, and I got to now renegotiate and try to figure out what the next summer looks like for him. The positive is, if I got a knucklehead, I'm not calling his agent when free agency opens up, right? So there's pros and cons to it. You're not stuck with any bad contracts, but it does require a little bit of work. We do have our protected player list, which is basically an agreement we extend to players that we like. They can sign it, and that gives us a 1-month sort of pre-signing window where we're the only team that can talk to them in the CEBL, and we can try to come to terms before the real open season of free agency starts in March.
Do you have to have a certain number of Canadians?
Yeah, so we have to have 2 Canadians on the floor at all times.
On the floor, okay.
And then last year was 4 import players, so 4 non-Canadians could be a part of your 12.
All right, and is there still the rule where a couple U Sports guys can play with you before their 5th year? Was that what it was? Something like
so
that?
if they're returning to U Sports, they can play as development players.
Okay.
And so they earn scholarship money instead of check.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Which is good. Yeah, it's great. I mean, we saw a guy last season, Tay Donald, was with us as a development player his first year, and then last year he came on as a pro, and was a key member of our rotation.
And did Brody do that, or was he already done?
Brody did that.
Brody
He won the developmental or the U Sports Player of the Year his first year with us, and then once he kind of entered the professional ranks, he was back with us as a pro. So.
Okay. As soon as Zach, or at the technical desk, found out you were coming on, he was like, "Are they getting Xavier Moon back? Is there any news there?"
There's no news there.
Okay.
Yeah, no. Yeah,
You're not mad at me for asking.
No,
I'm not
absolutely
stepping on
not.
any toes. Okay.
No, I mean
I won't be accused of tampering.
No tampering there. He's still recovering from an Achilles injury. So, ACL injury.
ACL. Okay.
Yeah. So he's
so he's not in Russia right now.
He's not in Russia right now. No, he's still here. We actually had him come out and present at or be a keynote speaker where he and I sat down at our coaches clinic that we had in October.
He's back home in Alabama admiring his shoe collection.
Yeah, because came in. When was he here? I don't even remember when that was. He was in the old office.
He was in the old space around this time.
He loves Edmonton.
No,
yeah. Well, I mean, had a lot of success here for sure.
Well, yeah. Jordan Baker from the Edmonton Stingers, GM, coach, president, joining us in studio.
GM and head coach. You had that role last year.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel that gives you a bit of a competitive advantage, or is that something that in the CEBL happens more?
There's about 4 or 5 of the 10 teams that have sort of the same person doing both of those roles. I think it's because it's a league where there's so many transactions that happen mid-season, guys leaving for summer league, guys leaving for national team commitments, there definitely needs to be a high level of congruency between those two positions. So if it's the same person, that usually works out. Not to say that having two people doesn't work. It's just you want to be able to make some quick decisions. And, when players and agents are asking about what the head coach, what they stand for, what they're trying to do on the floor, if you're that person as a general manager talking to those people, then it sort of eases some of the caution and some of the uncertainty with coming to the CEBL.
I want to ask you something about, and I don't know if you're going to have an answer, but your opinion anyways would be welcome. The state of basketball, okay? The current state, when you were coming up, you'd go and play pickup. You'd go and, find an outdoor court. We got next. Is that now, is it almost going away and could possibly use a refresh to get kids back to the outdoor, pickup games? It just doesn't seem like kids play anymore. They go to camps, they do all this skill training, they do all this one-on-one, but just actually playing the game of basketball, pickup, whatever. Do you think that needs to make a little bit of a return for the youth that are coming up in basketball?
Yeah, I mean, I think we've definitely, and COVID might have been a big factor of, we couldn't get together and do some things. So now it became small group or individual training. I think players now are more skilled than they've ever been. When you talk about, shooting, dribbling, finishing. But I think the group now, you're seeing some struggles with toughness and intensity and competitiveness, because you don't get you lose your sitting for the next 20 minutes at an open gym situation, right? So I know there's lots of coaches, in the city, young coaches, high school coaches who are trying to, sort of bring back the open gym style of compete. But it is tough to sort of pull people back, and especially those who are involved with trainers or some of the things in the off season. You're losing some of that, I don't want to say natural, but just the organic play that can contribute to people learning and growing in a different way than skills trainers can.
All right. So what are you up to in the off season? What do you focus on? Do you run camps or do speeches? Like, what do you do?
Yeah, well, not too many speeches, thankfully.
Well, you said you had the thing with Xavier. You spoke. So
yeah, I was more so I had a script and I said, hey, what do you think of this? How is playing for the Clippers? Stuff like that. But right now, we're focused on trying to check all of our boxes from a business side right now. You talk about ticket sales, you talk about sponsorship. We're bringing in new merch for next season, right?
So nice.
So we're working on all that stuff, because once the new year rolls around, I put on the general manager hat, and then once May rolls around, I'm put on the head coach hat, right? So right now we're getting a full.
Yeah, if you're on YouTube, Jay's showing off the hat. Yeah,
perfect. So I mean, right now we're trying to shore up some of the things. Like, our schedule is set to release later next week.
Oh, nice. Okay.
To the public. So we're trying to figure out, when can we schedule, some special nights, some celebration nights and things like that. What can our ticketing efforts look like? So a lot of fun front office stuff to try to generate some revenue in a time where we don't have ticket sales to kind of keep us alive here.
Well, you can count on me to be there. You know where I sit.
I do know where you sit
because I'm right behind you. So I think
probably gives you lots of advice.
I think. Well, we should work something out. Maybe it's just a little hand signal behind the back if you want me to go at the ref.
All right.
If you want me to speak on your behalf.
Right. We'll have to handle that offline.
Yeah. I'm more than willing to do that. Everybody here knows my feelings towards officials, or maybe
Yeah. Well, I mean, every time I'm trying to take a picture or get a picture from our social media team, put it on my Instagram, I got to look at Jay's in the background, right? So
that's awful.
I'm trying to.
I'm sorry about
trying
that.
to get him to get some different angles.
Just move it to this way to get my wife and kids. They're much more photogenic.
Before we let you go, and thanks. It's awesome that you came in. I know even a few weeks ago you were like, I'd love to come in sometime and just talk sports and Stingers. So I'm glad we were able to do that. Look, Jay started early in the conversation, mentioned your family connections, your mom and dad, U of A athletes, and then you played at the U of A, and family's important for you. Can you tell us about your little one? And is there another star Baker in the making, or what?
Yeah, I mean, he's 2.5 and wearing size 5 clothes for 5-year-olds. So I think he's probably going to be tall. We'll let him do whatever he likes. Is there a Fisher-Price hoop that gets some shots up every single night? Yes. But that's his own doing. He loves the games. He loves coming to the Stingers games, and that's part of what we like doing, is making it a great family-friendly atmosphere. He runs around on the floor like we got to take him, unfortunately, kicking and screaming home after the games because he's, having so much fun shooting his mini ball into the hoops and things like that. So, yeah, we're expecting again in the new year. So there'll be we're trying to get a squad together here.
Well, I got to say, the Stingers do a great job. As with a lot of things, I don't get to go as often as I would like to, but I'm not as much into the stuff going on around it.
Mm-hmm.
And, I don't have any kids myself, so it does sell well to families. But I know for me, it's the games I've been to, it's up tempo. Yes. The guys go. There's no let's clog it up. But of course, the inside game is important. I'm not saying that, but it's a pretty furious pace.
It's not college basketball where you got a 35-second shot clock and you're trying to execute your set 3 times. We try to, and it's such a short league, such a short training camp,
right?
That you're not going to have 18 complicated sets you're going to implement. It's going to be 5 or 6 key ones, and you're going to let the guys do their thing and showcase their talent.
All right, Jordan, appreciate it. People know where the Stingers website is. What is it? ED_Stingers, I believe, on X, or just give it a Google and you'll find out all the stuff. Yep. Thanks for coming in. We'll keep an eye out for the schedule next week. That'll be fun. And of course, we'll be talking to you and your players next year when we roll into the new season. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Yeah, it's been fun.
That is Jordan Baker in studio from your Edmonton Stingers. We got fired up for Jemco when we get back.
Updates from Oilers practice. Jack Roslovic is out a couple weeks, missing team skate for the past 2 days, while Kasperi Kapanen could miss several weeks after being injured in practice yesterday. Both of those injuries are undisclosed, as Jake Wallman has been confirmed out tomorrow in Seattle. A possible return for him next week. 3 games are underway in the NHL right now. Notched at 2 aside, the Capitals and Maple Leafs have 6 minutes left to go in regulation in the first. Sidney Crosby getting on the board with his 14th of the season. 1-0 for the Penguins over the Blue Jackets. 8 minutes into play, and it's the Jets and Hurricanes tied at 1 aside. 8 minutes left in the final period. In California, Lucas Dostal will miss 2 to 3 weeks for the Ducks with an upper body injury. And for the Kraken, Jaden Schwartz is expected to miss 6 weeks with a lower body injury sustained Wednesday against the Stars. WHL action at Edmonton hits the ice in Red Deer at 7. In school sports, Naduk's women's hockey team plays the RDP Queens at 6, while at the Clare Drake, the Pandas and Spartans clash at 7. To the NFL, it's the Chargers ruling out Omarin Hampton for their game against the Raiders this week. He is sidelined with an ankle injury. We take a brief intermission in the show, but Reid and Jay will be back right after the break. I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up to date.
Hockey is heating up, and so is the excitement on Play Alberta. With casino winners every hour, jackpots worth millions, and revenue that stays in the province, there's never been a better time to sign up. Right now, our listeners can score a $50 free bet when they make a minimum $50 deposit with code EST50. That's code EST50 for a $50 free bet. Start playing with your game sense today to find out if you're Alberta's next winner. Must be 18 plus to play. If you gamble, please use your game sense.
It's wing showdown time at the Canadian Brewhouse. Creamy street corn goes head-to-head with Mexican chili lime. 2 bold flavors battling for your taste buds. Grab them anytime, or just 69 cents every Wing Wednesday. The Canadian Brewhouse. Our house is your house.
Your home for live music and great performances is the River Cree Resort and Casino. Celebrate the holiday season with the Tenors. Joy to the World Tour at River Cree, December 19th. From timeless classics to fresh renditions of favorites, the Tenors arrive just in time for Christmas. Tickets at rivercreeresort.com. River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement. Bet on it.
Sentinel Storage is proud to partner with Toy Mountain in support of Big Brothers Big Sisters Boys and Girls Club. Between now and December 19th, drop off a new unwrapped toy at a Sentinel Storage near you and bring a smile to a child this holiday season.
Welcome back to the Reid Wilkins Show right here on Edmonton Sports Talk. That was nice to have Jordan Baker join us in studio, Edmonton Stingers GM and head coach. Box Pounder in the chat says the Stingers are the most fun per dollar sports team in the city. Fun times and great talent. And I 100% second that comment. Very affordable. And like we were kind of getting at it, Reid, at the end, but extremely competitive and very good basketball, like the best basketball you'll be able to watch in this area.
Well, for sure.
Not like these are, you look at the rosters of these players, like these are guys that played in the big schools in U.S. colleges that are now here.
Yeah.
Some of them have played professionally in the NBA or the G League.
Yeah.
Very good.
No, Jordan's great. And it's fun for me because like
there's a history
I
there.
called probably all his home games as a Golden Bear.
Now, when you called those games, did you have a color person?
Doug McLean.
Doug was your color.
Who's been on the Hangout on this show several times. Yeah.
So give me a Baker bringing it up the court, crossover to the rim and dunks it, explodes for a dunk.
I can't. That's hard to get into my play-by-play voice, and I'm not a play-by-play person.
Well, yeah, you are. You've done it.
Baker will bring it up, looking to his left, going to go right instead. He's got room, and he lays it in.
That was awesome.
Like I wouldn't. You can't. You can't.
Not a play-by-play guy.
You can't punch up every basket in basketball. Like there's times where you got to let it go.
That was awesome.
Do you have a favorite call that you made while you were behind the mic doing play-by-play?
Yes, but it wasn't basketball.
Oh, okay.
Somebody asked me, Brad asked me about it in the Nasty Chat when I was doing my Ask Me Anything, which I'm still technically doing.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't ask it that way, but he was like, is there a championship you witnessed or covered? And I was like, yeah, Border Kings 2007 Allen Cup winning in Stony Plain. I got to do play-by-play for that. Lloyd Border Kings, people don't get that's what the team would be called.
Casino Dealer Jay, what was the name of the previous Edmonton basketball team? It was the Skyhawks, right?
That was the one where you had to be under 6'5", wasn't it? There was the Chill. There was the Edmonton Chill that was in that league. And remember, they had a really good team, and then they didn't go to the playoff tournament because they didn't have enough money.
There was a height
Wasn't
requirement?
That the Chill?
Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah, the Skyhawks were in the 90s. I'm pretty sure.
Aren't Hawks usually in the sky?
Skyhawks,
they were just really emphasizing it, I guess.
Skyhawks, they played at Rexall.
Yes, but there was a team called the
Sky
Dome? I'm pretty sure there was the Chill, and I think Paul Sir was involved. And it was in some league that had American teams, and then they had a year-end tournament, and attendance was optional. And I think the Chill had the best record in the league, and they didn't go because they didn't have enough money. And it was the league was like, yeah, that's fine. You don't have to come.
You know,
I'm pretty sure it was the Chill.
I have a memory of a call of mine.
The Edmonton Energy. The Energy was there as well.
Because I used to call Golden Bears games with
for
Dusty.
sure.
Right?
Yeah.
Right.
I was his color guy. And we used to charter a flight to go to Regina.
Just you and Dusty?
No. The whole team.
The whole charter
staff
flight.
and some parents.
Well, have you played, Mr. Milne?
And one time they scored a touchdown on a run play. And I said, the offensive line opened up a hole that the charter plane could have fit through.
That's good.
Great call.
Yeah, so Box Pounder and Matt Hyman in the Nasty Chat. It was the International Basketball League. And Box Pounder says the Edmonton Energy, but I think there was also a team called the Chill. I think at some point.
Yeah.
But there was the Edmonton Energy.
I think the Skyhawks played at Skyreach Center. That's when it was Skyreach.
Probably, yeah. All right, we're going to do something here. We weren't planning on doing too much on this or anything, but people are asking about us. I think it's been mentioned on other shows as we get fired up for Gemco Fireplaces, proudly serving Edmonton and area for 45 years, the authorized dealer for Napoleon Fireplaces. Whether it's gas or wood burning, look no further than Canadian-made Napoleon Fireplaces. All the Napoleon products you need available at Gemco, 9281 50th street. All right, so what happened here, Jay? You'll be able to explain it better than I can.
This morning on the Hangout, we were talking about, Oilers. And we were talking about a bunch of things. Goaltending, energy, emotion. And I brought up the question, do the Oilers, usually when teams are struggling through this, they would depend on their leadership group or their leaders. Are the Oilers lacking leadership? And we went on to talk about it, and pretty much Tom said, no, the leaders are there. They just need to find their groove and get back into it and help carry this team forward. So Benny does all of our social clips, and he posted a cut up of that, and it said, do the Oilers lack leadership? And it was us in the Hangout room and a picture of Connor and Leon below it.
Right.
And it was a simple post. We do all of these all the time. Well, Leon Draisaitl, his official account, commented on it and said, LOL. Now, I believe that means laughing out loud.
Right.
So that's been getting a lot of attention. I've seen this tweet now replied to me because I was tagged in it, and it says, Leon owns you. Okay. Reid, I couldn't care less about it, to be honest.
No, I mean, people asked us about it. Somebody in the Nasty Chat said, are these guys going to talk about it?
That is what we do here. Okay. We sit around and we talk about things. When a team is struggling like the Oilers are, everything's going to get brought up, and everything has gotten brought up. And to be quite honest with you, I'm quite sure that Leon did not watch that clip, because if he did, it was addressed. But I mean, hey, when you have a professional athlete, especially an Edmonton Oiler, that is commenting on one of your posts, it's going to garner some attention.
Yeah, I guess, I don't think anybody will be surprised with my response to this, is that I'm just speaking for myself. I'm not speaking for Edmonton Sports Talk. I really don't care what the Edmonton Oilers think of my abilities as a reporter or as a media person. I really do not care. Okay, I've been going into that dressing room for almost 15 years. Okay, I know how to do my job. If a player or a coach or a manager doesn't like a question or a comment or a social media post, I really don't care. I cannot emphasize that enough. I am not friends with the players. I have no relationships with the players outside of the scrums or the occasional one-on-one. Very occasional now that I'm no longer with the rights holder. It's a professional environment. If Leon Draisaitl sees that and doesn't like it and wants to post on it, I really don't care. Good for him. It's his account.
Sure.
This is like the rules I apply to myself, I apply to other people as well. Like, you've seen it, Jay. I don't really look. You look at the replies to my tweets more than I look.
Yep.
And sometimes you'll be like, oh, this, and this. And I'll be like, yeah, well, I'm running my Twitter account the way I want. If people don't like it, don't follow me.
Yeah.
So my same message, my same standards are for Leon Draisaitl. He can post on social media what he wants. If he wants to comment on an Edmonton Sports Talk post, okay, it's his account. Good for you. Like, I feel as if the questions that we've been getting about this are like, oh, scandal. Oh, what are Reid and Jay going to say? Oh, war with Leon. No, really not, everybody.
No.
Like, at least not how I look at it. I mean, I if you're looking for something else, you're not getting it from me. Like, if that's Leon's reaction, I don't care. The team gets talked about. The team gets talked about a lot. No kidding, the players and the coaches and the managers probably wouldn't like everything that's said about them. Some of them would wonder, I wonder why they're even talking about that. Jordan Baker just even said it. He played U of A and played for the Stingers. Even he said, like, some of the stuff you wouldn't think. So congratulations for Leon. He posted something. Okay. It's not his dog. He usually posts pictures of his dog because I follow him on Instagram. So I'm not sure I'm not sure what people were expecting our response. Well, my response. I won't speak for you.
I think our responses are similar.
Yeah, like it's
much ado about nothing.
Yes.
I think people think, I don't know if people think it's cool because Leon saw something that Edmonton Sports Talk put out.
Yeah, that's great, I guess.
Maybe.
Yeah.
That's kind of neat.
That's good.
Puts us on the map.
Sure.
But
no, like, look, and I'm not saying a lot of people, but I do think there are some audience members, some hockey fans that think there's way more to the media-player relationship than there is. Like, for the most part, there are no friendships. There's no socializing. There's very little beyond professionalism, and in some cases, strained professionalism. Right?
I like that.
I mean, I'm pretty open that the closest I've ever had to a friend on the Edmonton Oilers, and even that might be a stretch, was Mark Letestu. And a lot of that was based on just knowing each other a long time and a lot of mutual respect for each other's journeys in our chosen professions. But there wasn't like hanging out with Mark or him texting me inside stuff or me asking, like sometimes, like a couple times if he scored a big goal, I'd be like, hey, good for you, man. Hope you keep it going. He'd be like, yeah, thanks, man. We needed that one. Hope you're well. Like it would just be little things like that. And again, probably once or twice a season, you know, obviously I have somewhat of a relationship with Curtis Lazar just because he was on an Oil King. He was a very good interview. We kind of got along through the way we talked professionally, and he would come on my show every summer and update his life and career. And I wouldn't go through the team. I would ask him. Now that he's on the Oilers, we're not talking about stuff, you know? So that stuff doesn't happen.
Marco Tassone in the Nasty Chat says, good publicity for EST. A high follow account engaging helps the algorithm. Sure.
Oh, sure. Yeah, that's true.
YYC no flames for me. I find it surprising that Leon would engage.
Well, I find that a little surprising. Like, why even bother?
Me too. And Marco Tassone follows up. Same here. A sign of weakness? He should brush this type of stuff off as a leader.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
I mean, maybe.
I don't. Yeah, I don't know if it's like maybe he's just like, screw these guys. I'll just mock them. But again,
context.
But here's the thing. Like and no, I'm not in the stratosphere of Leon Draisaitl, but this is why I don't bother engaging with people on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
Now, again, I probably miss out on some intelligent questions or honest inquiries. I will get that. But for the people who are like you suck, Reid, you're an idiot. Okay, I could reply LOL to that, but like, what's even the point? You know what I mean? Jim Matheson did Jim Matheson get into arguments with people on Twitter yesterday after his Skinner question a little bit?
Yep.
Is there any, and it's not even like winning in terms of like being victorious, but it's like, there's no resolution, right? There's no like, oh, thank goodness I interacted with that. Like, okay, so Leon posts that. Well, what are we supposed to do? Reply to it? Oh, hey, Leon, I think you're misunderstanding the context of that. Like, it's whatever. He wrote it, and he probably didn't even watch the clip. He probably saw the title and thought, screw these guys. LOL, unfollow. Okay. Like, it's I'm sorry. I'm probably disappointing everybody. It's such a nothing thing to me. Look, I'm old and jaded. I've been doing this a while, and hopefully I'm still doing it many, many more years. But an Edmonton Oiler possibly being annoyed with the outlet I work for seriously has zero impact on my life. Zero.
Yeah.
Other than I'm asked to talk about it by the listeners, which I respect. You want to know my take, but that's my take.
Yeah, it's kind of a nothing burger. Well, not kind of. It is a nothing burger.
But it's not a nothing burger to some fans, because like we were talking about yesterday, a lot of people just hang on like it's just like anything Oilers related. Well, I got to know. I got to comment. Why is that happening? What's this going to mean? But like, I want people to understand this, Okay, I really want people to understand, because somebody put in the nasty chat, I wonder if Reid's going to have to deal with this the next time he's in the dressing room as EST representative.
Okay.
Leon Draisaitl would not know who I work for unless I was holding up a mic flash, and if someone said who's Reid work for, and he had 2 seconds to glance at the mic flash. If I just was standing in front of Leon Draisaitl and somebody said, who does he work for? He would not know. Not only that, everybody, and I really want to stress this. If I was brought into a room with Leon Draisaitl and somebody said, who is this person? Leon would probably say he's one of the reporters that covers us. And then if that person said, no, like, what is this person's name? I do not think Leon Draisaitl would know my name. So, like, don't get like all carried away, like, oh, Leon's going to go after Reid, or what does Leon think of Tom? Like, is Leon going to say something to Reid? Leon Draisaitl doesn't know my name, and he doesn't know my employer. He knows my face and that I hold a microphone in the scrums and ask questions. That's it, everybody. Like, they do the scrums and they stop caring. I can't stress this enough.
It would be funny if you thought you were Chet. He's like, who's this guy? Well, that's Chet Palmer.
Chet Palmer. Yeah, or the bookbinder. Hey, that's the guy that bound my book. But no, it's like mildly, I guess it's mildly interesting. We're in the Canadian Brewhouse studio. Win big this football season at the Canadian Brewhouse. Enter for a trip for two to Super Bowl 60 plus weekly prizes and $1 off Budweiser and Bud Light tankards. Details at the CanadianBrewhouse.com. All right. We're going to do, we're going to do Name the Animal and Words of the Day.
Oh,
what a way to, have you got an animal, Coop?
I have two. Yes. Happy Friday.
Well, we'll see how much we have time
we'll see how we do, Reid.
May save one for next week. That's all coming up. Final segment of the week.
Injury updates. Kasperi Kapanen could miss several weeks. He left practice early yesterday with an injury. And Jack Roslovic is out a couple of weeks after missing practice the past 2 days. Both of those ailments are undisclosed, with Jake Wallman being confirmed to be ruled out tomorrow in Seattle. He might return next week. On the ice, there's just one game alive. The Penguins and Predators, each with the goal. The score is 1-1 with about 1:30 left in the first period. In California, Lucas Dostal will miss 2 to 3 weeks for the Ducks with an upper body injury. And back in Alberta, on the road, it's the Oil Kings playing the Rebels at 7 o'clock. Locally, the 6 and 14 Pandas tussle with the Spartans at the Claire Drake Arena. Puck drop for that one is at 7. And at the Nest, for the Nadukes women's hockey team, they welcome in the RDP Queens at 6 with Nate on a 4-game heater. To the NFL, Tamarin Hampton being ruled out this week for the Chargers as they face the Raiders. He's sidelined with an ankle issue. The words of the day for the Edmonton Public Library and Name the Animal. Close out the week after the break. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
Firehouse Subs. Our subs are freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy. Each sub is piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and toasted to perfection. Firehouse Subs brings bold flavor to every bite, all served on a freshly toasted roll. But we're not just feeding Edmonton, we're fueling it. Dig into the brisket hat trick, piled with slow-smoked brisket and melty cheese. Or go to the Firehouse Subs fan favorite, the Hook and Ladder. Made to order with smoked turkey, honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese on a perfectly toasted roll. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs. Hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
Hi there. If you're like me, you like to picture yourself in luxury, even though there's absolutely no way you could afford it. And if you can, well, even better. Thankfully, I picture myself in something that is luxury, but still absolutely affordable, like the all-new Mazda CX-90 from Park Mazda. With the new luxury features like facial recognition settings and quilted detail Napa leather seating, I can pretend to be comfortable with all of my proper settings activated without even touching a button, thanks to Mitch Lewicki and the great staff at Park Mazda. I like to picture Mitch Lewicki as a ninja fighting off evil samurai.
Park Mazda, your dealer for life in Sherwood Park off Y Road, parkmazda.ca. Your brand deserves more than just a whisper, it deserves a buzz. At the Hive Product Marketing, they specialize in promotional products that bring the buzz. From eye-catching giveaways to unforgettable keepsakes, they got the perfect products to make your brand stand out and get noticed. Visit the Hive Product Marketing and let them create the buzz your business deserves. The Hive Product Marketing, the official merch partner of Edmonton Sports Talk. Visit them online at thehiveproductmarketing.com.
Looking for a winning strategy for your retirement? Contact me, Joaquin Gage at K4 Financial, where expertise meets dedication. I will always look for a careful approach to your retirement, ensuring your financial future is secure. From tailored strategies to clear, actionable advice, I'm here to guide you every step of the way. Don't leave your future to chance. Get in touch with me, Joaquin Gage, today at k4financial.ca or email joaquin.gage@k4financial.ca to start planning for a brighter future and a more secure retirement.
Great job by Jay Milne on the lead vocals here. The classic early 2000s punk rock band North Shore. As Edmonton Sports Talk is presented by Play Alberta. Why settle for less when you can have it all? Only Play Alberta brings you casino games, live dealers, lottery, instants, and sports betting all in one place. Players can get a $50 casino bonus by depositing $50 and using the code EST Casino. You can get a $50 free sports bet by depositing $50 and using the code EST Sports. Don't forget to use your game sense. So tomorrow, 10 a.m. until noon, Hello Hockey with Tom Gazzola and Sean Bell here on EST. They are from local on Jasper Ave, I believe, 113th and Jasper. So, well, not sort of in my hood. And then where's Tom tomorrow? BP Clairview. So he's going to boot over there. That is for the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show. And then the Oilers and Tentacles face off at 2 o'clock. And then Tom is on after the game for the postgame show. All right.
Will it move? Will it coo? Could be a dog, or maybe a hawk. Name the animal. Name the animal.
All right, it's our award-winning, world-famous segment, Name the Animal. We've definitely had some fun with this one. Ever since we brought it back. And so it's pretty simple. At the technical desk, Zach will probably only have time for one animal. So you got one in the bank, in the cage for next week. Zach will play the sound of an animal, and Jay and I, in as few guesses as possible, will try to name the animal. It's not formally scored. Last week you did very well. Or 2 weeks ago you got elk.
Oh, elk.
Right away. We've got a couple first or second guesses. Yeah. Sometimes it takes us a long time. You can play along. You can text in 780-218-9999, River Cree Resort and Casino inbox with your guesses. You can post in the nasty chat. If you get it before us, cool. That's a personal win for you. But there is no prizing. This is for entertainment and educational purposes.
Okay, let's roll. Any thoughts?
Play it again.
Okay.
It sounds like a big, mean, angry animal. So, okay, we're not guessing, Coop.
Yeah.
My first instincts are a lion or a gorilla.
I don't think that's a gorilla.
Okay.
I don't think.
No, but a lion be deeper than that?
Nope. And we did talk about lions, the king of the jungle.
Oh, yeah. And Coop tends to make it timely as opposed to random.
He's smart that way.
Yeah. Okay, we're just going to guess right off the bat, lion.
Nope.
All right. Is it feline?
No.
All right, so now,
well, there goes that idea.
Scratch that, everybody. We're going to be here till 8:30 guessing.
Can you play it again?
Yeah.
Is this animal angry in the clip?
Probably, yeah.
Probably.
It's an angry noise.
Is it a primate?
No.
Is it generally found in Africa?
No.
What would be the place you'd see most of these?
North America.
North America.
Could they be a pet?
No. Unless you were a crazy person.
A bear. Maybe it's a bear.
Is it a type of bear?
It is a type of bear.
Is a type of bear. Is it a grizzly bear?
Yes.
Ah!
Yeah.
There we go.
Yes. Now, I searched up bear sounds, but that sounds like a grizzly bear to me. I don't think a black bear would make, like, that's deep. You know? Have you watched The Revenant with Leonardo DiCaprio?
Yeah, years ago, yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of what that reminds me of. It's a grizzly bear.
You should know better than to ask me if I've watched a movie.
Touché.
That's right. Live a recluse life.
Of course, I have a soft spot for the grizzly bear, having once been a member of the Grand Trunk Grizzlies high school volleyball team.
You were the Grizzlies?
Yes. And remember, and we were one of the few schools where the female team had a different name.
Well, I guess I was a bear as well. I was a golden bear.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Isn't that an
But we were
Asian
actually the Grizzlies. We were actually the Grizzlies.
That's a good name.
That is a great name for
that
a
is
team.
a wicked name.
Yeah.
Isn't there Montana State Grizzlies?
I think so. And Vancouver / what are they now? Memphis?
Memphis.
Yep.
Yeah. That's an underused name. I feel like there should be more Grizzly names out there.
Should we see if we can do the second one?
Oh.
No, I think I want to do word of the day.
And Da Bears got the win today.
Oh, that's why he did that. Okay.
Oh, smart.
Even though, all right. Word of the day, presented by Edmonton Public Library. They have their Cooking for a Cause program. That's for private groups of up to 36 people to have an interactive cooking experience with a chef in the kitchen at the Stanley A. Milne Library. It's a great team-building activity for groups who would like to learn how to create elevated dishes or set up a fun cooking challenge with your group. EPL.ca to find out more. If we had a cooking challenge with our group, I think we know who would win. Joaquin Gage would roll away
Word
with
of the day with Reid and Jay.
I'm sorry. Did I break your concentration?
What do they got to say?
Say what again? Say what
Oh, here, I'll use the back of Chet Palmer's script.
Let's find out.
English, do you
Hey, Reid, have you seen my script? I like to save them all. No, I don't know where it is, Chet.
First word of the day, sustain.
What?
Sustain.
That can't be the word of the day.
Reid, I just go with what I got. This is what was presented to me, so I have to stay true to my process.
Sustain. SUSTAIN. And this means to...
What if Terry the turtle knows what the word sustain is?
Yeah, because he can really... That's him sustaining right there. It's actually funnier every single time I play it.
It's just an odd sound.
Yeah,
I think I hear him coming now.
Sustain means to. It basically means to, to maintain in terms of keeping something viable or keeping something alive. Like, are we going to be able to? Can I sustain my 5 bags of potato chips a day diet?
We'll see. 2 for 2.
What's the exact definition?
To sustain someone or something is to provide what is needed for that person or thing to exist or continue.
Right. Okay. So I didn't get it as closely as I would have liked, but yeah.
The shed roof collapsed, unable to sustain the weight of all the snow.
Okay.
Oh, what happened? Darn it. Where'd this go?
Did you lose your word?
No, what happened? What?
What is happening?
Here we go. Terracotta.
By the way, somebody put in the nasty chat, what is happening by Rogers Place? Tea Party Headstones Finger 11.
Ooh.
That's tonight, right? The 28th, Coop? And then Papa Roach tomorrow.
You say so.
There's a concert.
What a banger.
They have concerts there all the time. What's the word?
Terracotta.
TERRACOTTA. And I believe this is it's some kind of, it's like a substance used for building, I think, and I believe it's like terra means earth. It might be sort of clay-based. I think it's a clay-based building substance.
Building substance might be a stretch.
Okay.
But it is clay-based. Terracotta is a natural-looking reddish-brown kind of pottery.
Oh, it's
sculpture,
pottery. Sorry,
flower
okay.
pots, and roof tiles can be made of terracotta.
Okay, so maybe not a full point for that one, but pretty good. The spelling I nailed on both.
0.97.
3.97.
So you got 3.97 out of 4.
That's a good Friday.
Fantastic Friday.
Finally, I could feel good about myself.
Good. I'm happy for you.
All right, 10 a.m. tomorrow here on Edmonton Sports Talk. Hello Hockey with Tom Gazzola and Sean Bell. They go 10 to noon. And 1 p.m. tomorrow, Tom Gazzola hosts the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show, getting you ready for the Oilers at the Kraken. That's at 2 o'clock. Jack Roslovic out for at least a couple of weeks for Edmonton Oilers. That was the big news from practice today. On behalf of Zach Kubish and Jay Milne, I'm Reid. Have a great weekend.